Welcome into the Cam and Strick podcast, episode number 266, baby. Fueled by First Form.
Yank.
Hey, you got way too much going on the table here.
Don't care.
You got to clean up this stuff a little bit.
Man, I'm good, baby.
You got a lot going on.
You worry about you. It's like I always tell you. You worry about you, Andy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Oh, I had a great Thanksgiving.
Did you?
Yeah,
I saw that
nice.
you cooked a turkey.
I did.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Looked pretty dang good.
Mm-hmm.
I hope all you guys had a good Thanksgiving out there.
Everybody out there, hope you all had a good Thanksgiving.
I just hope, the one dipshit kid comes in and there was an infighting with the families.
I want to hear some stories like that, like where the uncle comes over, the drunk uncle, he gets a little crazy, and they got to throw him out. Everyone gets all upset, and, it creates a lot of drama. The grandmother, her blood pressure gets a little high. She doesn't like that. She doesn't need that.
Usually the grandmother's showing us. Usually that nerdy college kid that comes in like, I know things now. I know. I've been in college. I know things. And then the uncle and the guys are like, shut the fuck up, kid. Get over there and sit down. And he has a couple more drinks.
I know.
Or there's kids that maybe went to college and they're at a level, they're at a nice college, and they all come home, and the family gives all these kids, the cousins, all the attention. And then the one dipshit kid's in the back like, I'm not getting any attention.
Right.
Then he starts drinking a ton.
Oh, my God.
And then he's like,
Who's doing this?
That happens.
Really?
Yes.
The kid starts drinking
There's always
too?
a kid in the family mix that doesn't get enough attention.
I
at
haven't
the age,
seen that. I haven't seen
Well,
that.
good for you.
Well,
You're,
I mean,
I guess
don't
you
know
had a
about
normal
that.
family.
I don't know about the kid
The
that's
kid doesn't
drinking
get
in the
enough
back.
attention, and all of a sudden he turn your phone off like a normal person would do. And the poor kid's just like, God damn it, I'm down and out. All my handsome cousins are in here. Everybody's paying attention to them. I got nothing going on. Those are the guys I worry about a little bit. That's all.
You're right, though, about the college kid that comes back.
You think?
Like, who's been there for maybe a semester.
I know things.
And then, so they know things, but then the college kid who's now a junior, who's not getting as much attention because the new college kid is back home for the first time. So they know things too, and they're cooler. They have a different experience. It's just very, very interesting.
I just hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. I put on some LBs. That's why I'm putting this bad boy on right yonder.
Is that what the scarf is for?
This is normal brand stuff, which we love. We love the Sandstones.
I can't chirp that.
And I got this like 2-3 years ago, and I'm like, kush, kush. I know.
It's a flotation device.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Big time. You actually can use this for a flotation device.
Oh, yeah.
And your jeans. Just so you know.
How do you do that?
You wrap it up, and the water gets in there, and you tie it together, and you lay on it.
The jeans?
Yeah, if you jump in the water and you got fucking boots and jeans on, you get those motherfuckers off, you take your jeans off and then tie them together, and you could float on it.
Get out of here.
I wouldn't try it, Andy. If you fall in the water, you're fucked anyway, you know?
Well, they have those flotation devices that are...
You wear those around your neck when you're on a boat.
Yeah, those work, don't they?
Yeah.
They
do.
They haven't changed those out in about 30 years.
No.
Dude, there's a lot of shit that goes down on planes. I mean, people are getting kicked off of planes left and right.
Trying to open the emergency door?
What are they doing?
They're psychos.
You ever been on a plane with a crazy person?
No.
How would you handle that?
What do you think I'd do?
Well,
what do you think I would do?
I
know it's easy for people like, if I was there, I'm going to do things. But I truly think, and my wife worries about it, if shit went down, I'd be the guy that has to step up and take care of business.
Really?
It's in my blood, dude. I love sticking up for people. Like, I would do something. Some psycho motherfucker is loud and he's abusing the Stewies and shit like that. I'm going to put my foot down on that. 100%.
Well, you better.
Or if somebody's loud, like, fucking shut the fuck up. And then they get a little crazy. Yeah, that happens, man.
You know, one time my wife was pregnant on a plane and passed out. And... Let me tell you what.
Jesus, Andy. Your stories are riveting.
Okay, so she passes out. She said she wasn't feeling very good. So she goes to the front, to like the restroom, the bathroom or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I hear over the loudspeaker, is there a doctor on board? I'm like, oh my God. She's pregnant. We're coming back from Portland, Oregon, your favorite city.
Chaz, Oregon's my favorite city.
We had a great weekend there. Hung out in Mount Hood. Beautiful up there.
Mount Hood's beautiful, dude.
Yeah.
Damn right.
I'm a little sluggish this morning, by the way. My stories are going to take a little longer.
Well, get up then, man. We don't got all goddamn day.
People
like,
know
come on.
We're doing
with your
this
stories.
early in the morning today.
God, your stories are just, you belabor a point.
They may be a little longer today.
Okay, she passed out. What happened?
Okay, so then I hear it over the loudspeaker.
My God.
Okay, and they asked for a doctor, and so I go running up there. They told me, they look at me, and they yell at me, Cam, and they say, get back to your seat. I'm like, oh my God, it's my wife. Get back to your seat. Like, I couldn't even go up there to see if she was okay. They bring her back, and I think they gave her some like water and crackers. It was like going to the school nurse when you're in elementary school. You know, like no matter what's wrong with you in elementary school, they give you crackers. You know, like you could be dying.
I don't even remember.
Well, you could be dying. Your arm could be falling off, and they'll say to sit down, and they'll give you some crackers, man. They give you crackers for everything.
Fucking in the 90s, they'll probably get you Oxycontins.
That's not true.
Probably not, but I'm just saying it's changed now.
I mean, like, well, somebody in school will have them. You know, and they all know who it is.
Yeah.
Oh, elementary school, maybe not.
Well, what are you talking about?
Well, maybe in the high school or something like that. Yeah, maybe they would have something like that. But anyway, yes, it was a very scary situation.
So what happened?
She's fine though. She's okay, and
so that's the end of it.
Well, she survived it all.
That's the end of it.
Everything worked out fine. Yeah,
all right. That's pretty cool. Pretty dang cool.
Very dangerous situation.
Pretty dang cool. I don't like traveling, man, and I certainly don't like traveling during the holidays like that. There's always some psychopath doing something. People fucking butt in line. They pull their seat back, which is okay, but then their hair flops back and it's in front of you. Then the guy, when you get up, these people behind you are like, I'm more important than you. Then they get in front of you and you're like, go fuck yourself. Like, it just drives me nuts, man.
I love traveling.
I do too, but I don't. I do and I don't. I like going to other places. I like seeing things, man. I traveled my whole life. But dealing with people in tight quarters that are, not all of them are rude, but a lot of them are rude.
That's never
and they
easy.
think that they're more important than you are. Their life and their time is more important than yours. People like that are, and they butt in front of you like,
Well,
I got to get.
What does that mean?
What do you mean?
Like people like that.
Well, I just think that you maybe would do that. Like,
Oh, you're pointing to me?
Yeah, like I got to get somewhere.
No.
Ty has hockey. Get away from me. Ty has hockey. Well, I haven't seen my family in 2 years, and then you butt in front of them, and then they get mad at you.
I wouldn't do that. But I would tell you this: if somebody went in front of me, I would let them know that what they did, like,
are you busy?
Not having it.
Like, are you busy?
Are you in a hurry?
Are you?
Do you have somewhere to be?
I'm sorry.
Do you know you just walked right in front of me?
You're more important than I am.
Yeah, you need to get back behind me. I told you.
Get
I
outta
told you
here.
I accidentally did this at a concert. Remember how I went to like there was a line, you know, in the VIP tent. Everyone was in one line, but there was like another register, so I just went up to the other register, thinking that, and the guy like took my order and everything up there, and a girl was like, "Hey, the line's back here. You need to get back behind the line." Like, she was not happy.
Well, I don't blame her.
And then her boyfriend shows up, or her husband.
Now you're fucked.
And it ended up being like a friend of mine who I knew.
Oh, okay.
So I was really embarrassed. But nonetheless, man, yeah, sometimes, you know, you always look to cut corners a little bit, you know. But on a plane, I play within the rules, man. Were you a fan of the show The Office? Like, were you one of the Office people?
I like the British version better with Ricky Gervais.
Oh, there's a British version?
Yeah, that's how the genesis of it was in.
I had never heard that.
Yeah, well, you know, do research.
Okay,
once in a
so
while.
you're
bringing up
telling
The
me-
Office. It's
Okay.
like,
No,
it's
no,
kind
no.
of cool.
No, the
I know they
show-
sold a lot of DVDs and shit. And I like the lead guy. What's his name? He's in all those movies.
Carell.
Yeah, Steve Carell. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
A couple of those other cats are pretty cool. And a couple of them are always at hockey games, too.
Okay, so my point is,
You saw the chick.
I just interviewed one of the main actresses. I got so much feedback, Cam. I mean, I could interview Sidney Crosby, Connor McDavid, and Connor Bedard, who we'll talk about. We'll talk about.
I don't even.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, get to the story. You interviewed a girl.
I could interview them, you know, all three of them in a taxi cab, you know, for an hour. And it wouldn't get as much feedback as I got from interviewing Jenna Fisher from The Office. Like, that is a very popular show.
Very popular show.
And I knew it was popular, but I didn't realize it was that popular. Like, people are like, oh my God, I'd do anything to meet her. I'd do anything to interview her. And it's like, I just
one of the lucky guys that
didn't
get to do it, Andy.
understand the moment, I don't think, when I was doing it, how big of a deal she is. So I've been watching some Office reruns the last couple of days. It's a good show, man. I'm not going to lie. Like, I never really got into the show, but just to get a better idea of what Jenna Fisher was all about and you know, her role as Pam, like how much she meant to people. A very good actress.
Yeah, it was a big time show.
Yeah. I'd like to be in a show, you know? I'd like to be in a show. You know, the cast gets very close together. She does a podcast right now. We'll give her a shout out, actually, because her podcast, it's called Office Ladies. I'm sure you listen to that. They're like ranked number 9 in the world or something like that for podcasts, like of all podcasts. And what they do is they bring celebrities in and they watch reruns of old Office shows, and then they give you behind the scenes, you know,
Details of what happened.
Details of what really took
that
place.
makes sense.
Yeah, and people get into it. And one of the most popular shows we've ever seen. And I interviewed Jenna Fisher.
You hear that? He interviewed her. She goes all kinds of games, man. I like them. I get that. I saw that too. You did a good job.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're pumping tires today.
It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good. Like, I wasn't like, fucking A, Andy. You know, I didn't text you like I usually do when you do well at things.
Yeah.
But it was pretty good.
Yeah.
You did good. It's all good.
I like interviewing like non-hockey people sometime too, you know?
Yeah. I want to get a rock star on here, man. That's what I want to do.
Oh, I know some of those.
Yeah, I bet you do. But that'd be cool. That'd be like the next thing.
Do you know that a few games ago, I was supposed to interview Metallica? Because they were supposed to be at the game, and then I don't think they ever showed up to the game. They had a suite, and there were people from the band that were there.
Name me a song.
Oh my God.
Name me a song.
You're making me like the
No. Name me a song. What kind of interview? Like Andy's bragging about how he's going to interview James Hetfield. Doesn't even know who the fuck he is. And then Metallica. To get off your phone. Get off your phone.
No, I'm looking.
Get off your phone.
Patrick
Name me a
Kane
song.
Signed. Patrick Kane
I know he
signed.
did, but name me a song of Metallica. The biggest heavy metal band ever. Name me one song.
Can I just say this?
Oh, Andy.
Okay.
Clip that off.
No. You're turning this into a LeBron James situation.
Good. Quit bringing LeBron James into every conversation.
You're turning this into LeBron James, and I don't appreciate it. Yeah, you're putting me on the spot.
One song, and what I just said there is the name of a song.
Say that again.
One song.
One song. That's
a
song. But let me tell you this.
That's funny. Oh, he would have interviewed him. That would have been a really good interview.
Can I say
he would have known right off the bat that you don't listen, dude.
No, he wouldn't.
Yes, he would have.
Because
what are you going to say to him?
Do my research.
What are you going to say?
I do my research. How long you been a hockey fan?
That's funny. Metallica, really?
You're still on the road, man? You're still doing your thing?
Fuck yeah, he is. With Pantera, baby.
Dude, I'm doing the interview right now. That's like what I would say. Honestly, sometimes those are the best interviews because I want to learn about the person and the individual too. But I would do my research, and I would know plenty. I've interviewed stand-up comedians who I didn't know much about in the past. Got a ton of attention when I interviewed her too. She's got a very dirty mouth. Remember what I said? Who that was?
Who?
The comedian last year.
Nikki Glaser?
Yeah.
She's cool.
Very dirty.
Hey, before we get into hockey, can I say something real quick?
Oh.
To all you guys out there.
Name me another song.
One is one of the songs. It's one of the best ones I got.
Yeah, I said one.
Don't Tread on Me, baby. That's my favorite. Don't Tread on Me, Metallica. Anyway, I don't even like Metallica that much, but I respect the shit out of them. Enter Sandman's the big one.
That's the big one, and I know.
But you didn't even know, dude. You just looked it up right now.
No,
I just saw your phone, dude.
Anything.
You are.
That's not what I'm looking
You're
up.
Funny, dude. Hey, okay. So anyway,
Enter Sandman. They play that at Virginia Tech football games.
That's right.
Man, it's incredible.
That's right.
Dude. I know Metallica. Sometimes I don't know the names of the songs, but I know this. If you put it on, I can sing it with you.
If it's a Fish song, he'll know. So anyway, I just want to say this before. So like in St. Louis, there's always this big event to raise money for Backstoppers. Backstoppers is a charity to help police officers, and I believe that get injured in the line of duty, and they built up all this money to help out police officers. Is it first responders? It might be lumped into one. First responders.
Backstoppers, I think, is like first responders.
Yeah.
It's
so if you get injured, they have a ton of money.
Yeah.
They help out families.
So Guns and Hoses.
Guns and Hoses. It's every year, same time. Celebrities are there. It's a fire first to police that go into the ring at Enterprise Center and they fight. So you got police officers and you got firemen, and they go at it. And it's like, I think it's 1 minute, 3 rounds of 1 minute. And they go toe to toe. Most of the time, they have no idea what they're doing. No idea what they're doing. No one gets hurt. It's okay. Because you don't want a fireman or a police officer to get hurt in a goddamn boxing match when they have to go to duty.
But they're trying to hurt each other.
Well, they're boxing, Andy. So anyway, but they have headgear on. They have 16-ounce gloves, whatever the case is. So if you tagged up with somebody that doesn't know what he's doing and you don't know, you're not going to hurt each other for the most part. So I'm watching. Saw Chris Pronger do his thing out there. Give you a little shout. Nikki Glaser was on stage.
Really?
Yes.
Is that how you thought of it? Because of I
exactly.
interviewed her.
But this drove me nuts. So real quick, I'm watching these fights and I'm like, oh God, like, don't even know what the fuck they're doing. Then I see this one cat walk up for the fireman. He's got no headgear on. He's got no fucking thing on. Jacked out of his mind. And I could see the killer in him. And he walks on stage, and then I see a police officer go up there, little chubby, doesn't have the look, just doesn't have it. And I'm like, oh boy. Then they talk about this guy being an ex-MMA, da-da-da-da.
The firefighter?
The firefighter. And he's going against a cop that's not retired. He's 39 years old.
He should be disqualified.
Listen, he's 40 years old. So I see this monster get into the ring with this police officer. And I'm like, oh God. Right when he started shuffling around, I'm like, oh my God. The police officer had no idea what he was doing.
Shuffling around like the feet
just
and
like
stuff?
This, yes.
Oh,
and
no.
I'm like, oh,
Sugar
he's got the fucking groove. Like he's doing his blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh boy. So they start going at it. This fireman tees off on him so bad, knocks him down once. And we're like, oh God. Like Throw the towel in. Throw it in. Throw the fucking towel in. It's such a mismatch right off the bat. It's so obvious. Throw the towel in. Nope. Police officer gets back up like, I'm okay. Because, of course, you want to be tough. Your family's there. You got 20,000 people watching. Go out there and know. Caught him. Boom. Buckled him again. Throw the towel in. He's an on-duty police officer. He's got to work the next day. Throw the towel in, okay? He's got to make hardcore decisions.
I mean, your stories. Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus, Andy, you are a buzzkill. So they let him go out there again. And all of a sudden, he gets tagged again, knocked out, choking on his tongue for 5 fucking minutes. And he has to get up. A police officer, now he's got to go make critical decisions the next day. He's got to go through the most hard. Hold on.
He's off work the next day, dude.
Andy. Stop, dude. You interrupted me, man. Well, so this guy gets hurt so bad, he's choking on his tongue in front of everybody, his whole family and everything. They should have thrown the towel in right off the bat. It was such a mismatch. And you look at it like, yeah, it's for charity, but this guy fucked them up so bad. And this guy, I'm telling you, he's probably got brain damage now. Now he's got to go in the field. He's got to deal with the most hardcore city going. And he just got knocked out for 5 minutes in front of 20,000 people. They should have thrown the towel in. That was god-awful. That was such a mismatch. And it's not like he won any money or anything like that. It goes to charity. Charity's got plenty of money. But this guy is set back, and it fucking drove me nuts seeing that. That's all.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I was watching on Channel 2.
What do you mean they had it live?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
It's a big deal. All right. So that's what pissed me off. All good. Is that good for you? I'm sorry. I'm sticking up for the police officer.
I understand that. It was just taking a little bit of time for you to get through the story. Like, we understand he's got to work the
Man, you know I'm going to finna tie it with a bow, dude.
Tie it up. Just
because I do that to you, there's a reason for it.
Yeah, I know, but tie it up.
I did. It's over. So that pissed me off.
So there's a couple things I want to respond to that, because normally because I've emceed press conferences and stuff like that that they've done in the past. It's a great event.
Yeah, no, I know. They raise a lot of money.
Traditionally, they would hold it, I think, like the night before Thanksgiving or something like that.
Do it every single night, same day, same year.
Is that what it is? The night before Thanksgiving? I think they changed the date maybe a little bit.
Well, the date's always somewhat changed.
No, they changed the day. Like, it was always the day before Thanksgiving. Nonetheless, it's a traditional event, police versus firefighters. But typically, they would put a firefighter versus a police officer in the same weight class, same type of toughness, same type of experience. If you have MMA background, you probably should be disqualified.
What are we doing?
Or he should work for the police department.
Or what?
They should hire him.
To what, beat people up? That doesn't make any sense.
Just to be able to handle
You have to make smart decisions when you're a police officer. You don't really beat people up
to handle
often.
himself. But normally, the people who are competing in this event, it's a great event. They train for it.
Yeah, okay. You can only do so much training.
And they practice.
They look terrible. Most of the time, these guys don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know how to throw a punch, and no one's getting hurt.
Who would you say
this
is
guy
tougher
was a killer.
Traditionally, who's tougher?
They're both
the
tough
police
as shit.
Or the
both tough as shit. I'm not even going to answer that question. Military.
Mm-hmm.
Put military up there, and then police and
firemen. Did you see all those
here.
Marines fight that dude outside of a bar?
Yes, I did. 3 guys. Yeah, I did. And I feel bad for him because those Marines are going to go to jail, and they're going to get dishonorable discharged.
Really?
Yes, Andy. When you're a Marine in your uniform, you can't fight outside a bar. Now, was it their fault? Probably not. I saw it leading up to it.
Should they not stick up for each other?
No,
in that situation?
You have to stick up for each other in situations, but you know what you do? You get out of there. You all come together. We're not messing with you. Go. They're going to get dishonorably discharged. They got into a fight in the street with their military garb on. They are fucked.
Can I ask, do military people traditionally go to bars in their uniforms?
I'd say no, but this is probably they got on break and they all wore it and stuff like that. I would say no. You don't want to show off, especially drinking and stuff like that with your garb. I would say maybe I'm wrong on that, but if you get into a fight like that, Andy, it's not good. I saw it. Yeah, they won. They stuck up for each other. They didn't kick the guy when he was down or anything like that because they're not gutless, but those guys are going to be kicked out.
Did any of them get arrested or anything?
100%.
Oh, I thought the police were like coming to their defense.
Dude, that's all on camera. You can't just scoop that under the rug, man. Their higher officers are going to be like, "What the fuck is this?" With your fucking your uniform on too. You fight outside a bar in front of everybody. It's not good. I did see that.
I thought the police came to their defense.
They might have, but it doesn't matter.
They let them go.
Okay. They didn't go to jail.
And
but
that they arrested the other guys who were like, because that's kind of a no-no too, man. You go attack some military
Oh, goddamn
people.
right. But that's how stupid people are at the bar.
Like,
that's why you don't fight anybody at the bar. You don't know what they are. You don't know how they might have collar fire you. You might not have saw it. You don't fuck with people anyway. You don't fight at the bar unless somebody touches your fucking girl and are harassing your girl. Either you get her out of there, or if push comes to shove and you have to stick up for your girl, that's fine. But if shit's going down, you grab your buddies, you get out.
All right, so dishonorable discharge.
Yeah.
What'll that do to your future and like your record and all that?
The technical term,
Like they kick you out of the military?
Yeah, they're going to get booted out. They're going to send you home. Happened to my buddy.
And then what do you do? Like then you're like
You gotta
free
regroup.
and do whatever you want?
You got you got to regroup and you got to figure out what that was your job.
Yeah.
Now you're out.
Yeah, because
now you got to start a new
they're
job.
Getting paid, you know?
Yeah, benefits and all that stuff, dude. You know, so it sucks, man. So everybody thinks that's fun and cool. Those guys are fucked. You know what I mean?
Well, we don't know the whole story.
Okay.
If they were, maybe we can look that up. And
No, somebody will correct me.
Yeah.
Like you get into a fight with your military garb on.
Dude, you're getting corrected left and right, by the way.
Oh, yeah, by what?
Mexico and all this stuff.
Dude, he agreed that I was just like,
No, my fact checkers are coming out in full force. I'm getting a lot
man,
of
because I talk
people.
about obscure things, Andy. Like I do. Like I talk about obscure things. I said Mexico and the city was built so fast that maybe it's going to sink in 200 years. And he agreed with me.
No.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm getting a lot of the opposite where they're disagreeing with
Okay,
you.
then I'm wrong, dude. It's all good.
So
I be
things
careful. Pop up.
Just be careful.
Dude, I'm not saying it's. Look stuff up, man. Good God, Andy.
I look up a lot
You're
of
so
stuff.
one-dimensional.
No, I look up stuff nonstop.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I
you
do.
don't have time to do it.
No,
and it's
all
all
day
good.
long.
I'm not right all the time by any means, but I'm not trying to lie.
Dude, my daughter
like you are.
has a soccer game tonight. It's going to be like 25 degrees outside.
That's going to be brutal. They're still doing that outside, eh?
Well, it's like she's
Damn.
got 2 more outdoor games before Christmas.
Soccer's so goofy, man. Like the MLS right now in the United States, like they're in the middle of the playoffs, I guess, but then they have to take all their players and they have to go try out for something overseas. So they have to halt the playoffs to grab the best players to go over to Europe to try out maybe for the World Cup during I know, it's really goofy. I'm not
I am
into it
really
anyway.
tired this morning. I am not.
Then get
used,
up,
I
baby.
Am not, I am not.
What do you
used
want, a
to
Red Bull?
Doing
What do you
this
want?
so early
You want
in
a
the
Red Bull?
morning.
What's
I may
wrong
have
with
to
you?
open up one of these first form.
You get up at 4:30 like me,
drinks.
man. Then drink one. Drink one.
Not till
What do you
noon.
want to start with here? The con dog? Because this is such a goofy ass thing, man. Like I kind of feel bad for him, and I do feel bad for Perry. I don't know what Corey Perry did. I know he's a great guy. I know his teammates love him. I don't know what happened. We don't know yet. And this is coming out on a Tuesday or whatnot. But for people that
coming out late,
the
actually,
people that actually think that Corey Perry banged out Connor Bedard's mom is fucking ridiculous. Like it is. And this just shows social media as a whole. Like people are like even texting me like, Cam, did you hear? I go, show me the link. Who said it? Oh, a guy that knows a guy at TSN or whatever the fuck it was. I'm like, oh, really? How do they know?
So who started the rumor?
I think it was somebody in TSN. And I don't want to throw TSN because
Why are you? You just did.
Well, I think that's what it was. Like
Somebody
a guy that
who
in the
worked there?
office.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hadn't heard that, but let me just say this: I talked to some people very close to Corey Perry, and they were not happy.
Oh God, could you imagine?
I mean, they were not happy. And part of me, as I get older and the longer I do this job, and I mean this, man, because I've heard more and more people texting me, Cam, nonstop. What's the deal, Strick? What's up with Corey Perry? What do you do? What do you do? It's like, once they say it's an internal matter, like, it is what it is. Like, I don't know. It's just private business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
could
like
be a billion different
It's
things.
private. I don't feel like I have to know. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people out there shouldn't feel like they need to know either.
Yeah.
I understand the curiosity and why everyone wants to know what's going on with Corey Perry. But, man, this guy is a Hall of Fame player. I really believe that. I think he's in that category.
I'm not disputing that. Yeah.
I've never heard one teammate, I've never heard
No.
one coach, I've never heard one organization say anything bad about this guy, ever. It's always been nothing but praise. Now, I hear he's like a beauty off the ice. Guys like, he has fun, does his thing and whatever. But at the same time, to try to speculate what's going on, and maybe Chicago, the way they've handled it, which is fine. They don't have to say anything. They can say whatever they want. But by not saying anything, it does lead to a lot of speculation. When this comes out about Corey Perry and Connor Bedard's mom, I hope nobody thought it was serious right off the bat.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Because I sure as hell didn't. I was like,
Hell
okay,
no.
there's no chance in hell. I guess anything's possible. But it was more like humorous than anything. I thought maybe somebody was joking. I didn't think somebody reported this, trying to come across as if it was factual or if it was real. But listen, Corey Perry deserves his right to a little bit of privacy. From what I understand, an incident took place in Columbus. Okay, and that's all I know. I haven't dug much further on it. I've talked to people close to Corey Perry. I'm not digging and digging and digging. If they wanted to volunteer some information, then I was all ears. But obviously, they want to keep it close to the vest. The team isn't saying anything. The coach shouldn't have to say anything. This should all come from the general manager. He should be the only one speaking on this, And you just wonder what this means for the future of Corey Perry. Is he going to be able to play again, or is this going to be a situation where we never see him on the ice?
It depends on what happened. Does he have an alcohol problem? Is it something at home? Did he screw up somehow and his family's mad at him?
Right.
Like it could
is that what he's taking care of?
It could be a billion different things. If it was something like what Milan Lucic had, like you're gonna know what the fuck happened. But we don't know yet. But once this starts spreading like wildfire, and like people that I kind of like respect are texting me like, "Damn, dude, I think look, here's Connor Bedard's tweet." I go, "That's fucking fake.
It's fake.
That's
man.
fake. Don't you know?
Hey,
that just shows all y'all on Twitter, on social media, all that shit. You really got to vet and verify, man, with videos to anything. When it comes to war, when it comes to this kind of shit, when it comes to rumors, you have to vet and verify.
His people
like
were
you
not
can.
happy, dude.
Well, how can you
not
be?
happy.
And imagine being Connor Bedard. Now you're a meme. You're fucking awesome. You got everything going on for you. And now everywhere you go, it's all about fucking Corey Perry and fucking banging your mom. The memes are everywhere. Now, it'll die down, but dude, I don't know if you're going to be able to shake that. All because of some dipshit kid. Now, again, we don't know. Like maybe it did, but I would bet my life on it. And I could be wrong and you guys could correct me. But if I'm telling you, this is a fucking joke, and it just shows.
I was told it's not true.
100%. I mean,
do you feel like the team or Connor McDavid should come out and say something?
Connor Bedard?
Connor Bedard. Sorry.
No, I say don't do anything.
No.
And let it slide, baby. What are you going to say? My mom doesn't do that.
But you
what
know
are you
what?
Say?
It's like for this kid, he's 18 years old, man, and like this is all over social media.
It's what happens when you're a superstar. And you're in the age now, you're in the social media age where shit could just pop off, dude.
Yeah.
It happens to the best of us, too. Don't get me wrong. I thought I was 100% correct on something, and you find out and you say something, you're on radio all day, and, we're doing interviews, and you're like, no, Cam, this is what, I'm like, oh, man.
No. It's an unusual situation because you got a star player who basically was sent home. And actually, it's there's layers to it because the statement from Corey Perry was slightly different than what the organization was saying, right? The organization is saying, hey, this is an organizational decision. Corey Perry's statement, released by his agent, suggested that this was Corey Perry's decision to step away. People talk about the players' assistance program and all of that. And let me just say this, like, you can't compare it to Milan Lucic. The reason why everybody found out what was going on there was because it was criminal, right? And so news stations are picking it up, and obviously there's information that's out there that's attainable where you can find out exactly
they're in the
what
lobby
happened.
screaming and yelling like everybody's watching.
Right. So this is a different situation, I mean,
I know. That's why I said it.
Yeah. So the player was arrested.
Yeah.
You can get police reports and all that type of stuff. This one's completely different. But players often go into the players' assistance program. Obviously to get help, Cam, but also to assure that they're going to get paid. Once a player goes into the program, it guarantees that they're going to get paid. So a lot of times players will use that to protect themselves to make sure that they get paid. I think we saw that with maybe like Valerie Nichushkin, in the offseason, with Colorado and some of these other players, like they go into the program to make sure that they're still going to, secure their salary. So
Lucic can do it.
He went into the program.
Yeah, but he's not. Is he securing his salary?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Even being...
Still get paid.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Still getting paid.
I saw the court thing, too, on TV.
Oh, was he in court?
Yeah.
I didn't see
He
that.
made his first appearance, yeah.
I knew he went on that following Tuesday.
Yeah, he walked in there. I just saw him. Like, it just looked terrible. Like,
he wasn't in, like, jail clothes and stuff, was he?
No. He was with his suit and his agents and all that, and he just didn't look right, man.
Mm-hmm.
He looked fucked up.
Yeah, and he might need some help, obviously. You look at the situation, he probably does need some help. But a lot of times guys do that. We see, Sammy Girard going through some situations.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Right now, and he's trying to take care of himself. And a lot of times, teams will work with the players because, like, the player assistant program, sometimes, hey, you may have to go away for 30 days or 60 days, we got a sponsor like IRC, right? Illinois Recovery Center. Anybody ever needs help out there, man, you reach out to us. We'll get you in contact with the Illinois Recovery Center.
Pondoff, baby.
But, sometimes the team will work with the player and maybe they can get outside help on their own where they don't have to go to a permanent facility where they're sleeping there and stuff like that,
Yeah.
man. But,
And they're not fun. IRC is where you go to get work done, dude.
yeah.
It's not a luxury California vacation with a bunch of hot models because their mommy and daddy are rich and they're doing too much coke and they sneak coke in there. It ain't happening at our IRC.
Is that happening at other places?
Yeah, for sure.
Like hot models?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
They
mean-
don't know what to do
You mean
with
they're
themselves.
patients? Like they're not like
Yeah.
walking around?
No, they're hot. Yeah, they're patients.
Yeah.
Because their mommy and daddy have money.
Right.
They're partying in the scene because they're hot and they're doing too much blow and their mom and dad are like, you need to go here. And they're like, okay. And they go in there and they do the same thing.
Do you think some people go to rehab with the idea that they're not looking to quit altogether? They're just looking to slow down and get their life back under control.
But that's usually not the case that you need that. That's not usually not the mentality you need to have. When you're going in an IRC program like that, your objective is to stop doing it fully because there's a reason why you got to that point. You can't handle it.
Yeah.
So you need to stop.
Would
And that's
you
the best play for you is to quit altogether.
just quit?
Altogether, which is hard.
Yeah.
But you got to but you'll get used to it. Once you go there, once you get out, you're like okay. Like I feel good. Like I'm energetic. Like let's go. Start my new life. What are we doing? You know?
But the new life is hard because you want to go around, be around your people.
That's the hard part, is to be able to socialize without boozing when your buddies are boozing. You know, and the guy's like, come on, man, you're okay. Listen, they're not going to look after you. After a while, when you're at the bar and you're sober, they're not like thinking of your well-being. They're wasted. They're like, here, take a shot. So maybe don't do that. There's other ways to hang out and do things. And whenever you feel uncomfortable, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Just get out. So.
Did you
See the game last night?
Jacob Trouba
Yeah.
swing his stick on Trent
Jesus
Frederick?
Christ. Our boy, dude. Surprised Trent didn't bag his ass up.
Now, people are showing like a separate angle and stuff like
man,
that.
that was awful.
And I even talked to somebody with the league about that, and I see the second angle. I understand that like Frederick maybe grabbed his arm or whatever, and he was trying to break away from Frederick's grip or whatever, and it led to the stick coming up. I don't know.
He control your weapon.
He swung his stick, man, and he's a very physical, very violent player. I
like him.
I like him too.
I do.
I like the way Trouba plays. It's like the other day when Delorier's chasing him around and he like rocks Delorier's teammate right in front of Delorier's face. Just stuck his ass into him.
No, he stuck his shoulder into his chest and put him downtown Chinatown. The best thing is when a guy's trying to fight you and you're dominating the game and you're crushing guys and they're tough guys like chasing you aund, and some other guy tries to hit you and you fucking bury him. You both are so fucking embarrassed right now. Of course, Hathaway and Delorier. Trouba's a monster, but you swung your stick at Trent Frederick and you hit him right in the temple. Like that's a fucking 2-game suspension.
Yeah. Can I say something?
A 2-game suspension.
Can I say something though? Because fans are constantly going after the NHL and player safety for these fines. Like $5,000. How the hell are you only going to fine them $5,000? Like that is completely out of the player safety's hands. It's out of the NHL's hands. Dude, you know what it's like. My 940.
Man,
my phone is going to be blowing up this entire time.
We got work to do.
It's going to be blowing up the entire show.
It's rude.
Rude. I'm on call, dude. I'm like a doctor at all times.
Why don't you answer it? If that's somebody dying, you might as well answer it.
Well,
why would you let it ring and not answer it? That's just rude.
Because I
don't want to
do that to Maddie and prolong
don't
his
listen
night.
to it. To turn it off.
So anyway, $5,000 fine, Cam. You know how they do the fines nowadays?
How?
Because this is all like, if the players are the ones that have to step up here with the league and negotiate this differently than how it currently sits in the CBA. Because, the player safety is only allowed to fine a player a maximum of half of their daily salary. Okay? So, and that goes only up to a certain amount of money. Like if a player's making more than whatever it is in the CBA, more than $2 million or 1.6, something like that, then the maximum you can fine a player is $5,000, even though his daily salary, half of his daily salary is north of $5,000. It's capped at $5,000. That's why you see some of these goofy fines. Like if a player making the minimum or making $1 million,
yeah, gets fined like $1,200.
Gets fined like $3,000 or something like that.
Yep.
Well, because that's half of his daily salary. But the maximum they can fine a guy is $5,000. You can't go over $5,000 without a hearing. And if there's a hearing, then obviously it can be increased. But if there's no hearing, then it can't be more than $5,000. So everyone who's like, oh, how could the league only fine Trouba $5,000? Well, they said, hey, we're not going to suspend him. We're going to fine him. But based on the CBA and all the players out there listening, man, you guys want to change this and agents and whatever, hey, get with the league, renegotiate this. And all of a sudden, hey, maybe they're going to be handing out $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 fines, and maybe that'll get players' attention.
Oh, you think? That 100% will. Money talks, man. That's a good point. That was a good observation. People probably didn't know that because everybody else they are complaining about it, but that's in the CBA. Like that, you got to change that then, or
negotiate it.
But on the other hand, like when you swing your stick, when you use your weapon, that's a suspension.
To me,
and like sometimes Trouba too, man, he's like fucking 50-50 with some of these too, to where he could have got dinged for other things. So like he's towing the line every single night. I love the guy. I love that team. But you swung your fucking weapon at our boy Trent Frederick, and I didn't like it.
No.
And you didn't get suspended.
And he tried to fight him after.
Did he try to fight him? Because you only watch a clip here and there.
No, he tried to fight him.
Like Trent's probably like, oh yeah, like probably like went black. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You know, he's lucky he didn't get hurt. You know, and a lot of guys obviously would get hurt in that situation, but he didn't get cut. Obviously, if there's an injury on the play, then maybe the league reacts.
That was weird.
Differently.
Yeah, people were bitching about that, rightfully so. I get it. If they want to change the fines, go ahead. That's fine with me.
Yeah,
I'm out of the league.
Hey, right before we started today, the news broke about
Kaner?
Patrick Kane going to the Detroit Red Wings. You know, sometimes you just got to look at it and say, okay, this is the obvious choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can look at the Florida Panthers, you can look at the Boston Bruins, you can look at the Dallas Stars, where I thought originally all along that he was going to sign in Dallas if he was truly interested in going to the team that had the best chance to win. You know, that's probably, of all those teams we're talking about right now, I mean, Dallas just looks like, you know, maybe they're on the brink to truly taking that step. Florida goes to the final last year. Boston, they look really good once again this year. I didn't think he was going to go to Buffalo. They're just not ready to compete.
They're slowing down a little bit.
And I said that, well, they're not going to be able to maintain that. Vegas is slowing down too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't maintain that all season long.
Rangers.
Well, I know. But and the Rangers are good too, man. Like,
damn good.
I never know what you're going to get from the Rangers come playoff time. But
exactly.
But, you know, all these teams I'm talking about, outside of Buffalo and Detroit, nobody else has any cap space.
Yeah.
So what are you supposed to do? So my guess is, and listen, they have not, as of now, come out and said what the salary structure is. I'm sure there's a lot of bonuses and whatever. You know, Kane's 35, right?
Yeah.
You know?
Hip surgery. What's he making, $1 million?
I bet you 2 to 2.5 is my guess.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Steve Yzerman, who is very smart, you know, he's probably going to want to leave a little bit of money available for him to do something at the trade deadline. I mean, they're in the playoff picture right now.
I know they are.
I mean, they are a playoff team. And, you know, Kane's got the history with DeBrincat. They're a young team. You know, you just wonder, do they have enough veteran players to surround Patrick Kane and insulate him if things don't go Patrick Kane's way? Is he going to be grumpy? Is he going to be moody? You know, listen, this happened last year in New York. We saw it disrupt the chemistry in Boston when they added players. But this isn't a trade deadline move. This is a full season move.
Yeah.
And I bet you, based on how much cap space Detroit has for next year, Patrick Kane is going to be a Detroit Red Wing beyond just this season.
I like the Red Wings. I'm glad this is happening. You know, I want them to turn it around. I want them to be in the mix. You know what I mean?
Larkin, DeBrincat, and Kane.
I know. Is DeBrincat hurt, by the way? You see the slew foot he had?
Oh, I did see that.
That's dirty.
Yeah,
all y'all out
there. Yeah.
Suspension, dude.
Yeah.
Slew foot. That was obvious.
Yeah.
Your leg. Who just got hurt, too? This went into the fucking boards weird, man. So, I'm blanking on his name. This went in fucked up. I think ripped his ankle out and stuff like that. Listen, there's dirty plays all the time. I mean, there truly is. Swing a stick at somebody, the slew foot bullshit.
Yeah.
Catching guys weird. It's happening. But good for Kane, man. I like seeing that. I like the Red Wings. I like Stevie Y. Eisman. I like David Perron. Little shout out, 300, baby.
Yeah, man.
Upper echelon, dude. It's like 95% of the players don't reach 96, 97% of the players don't reach 300.
Really?
Yeah, I read something like that. Like he's he's such a good dude.
Mm-hmm.
David Perron, man, I'm rooting for him. So I'm excited about seeing that, dude.
Whoever runs the power play in Detroit, though,
yeah,
like for a while, and David Perron's been one of the most effective power play players over the course of the last 5 years.
Hell yeah.
This guy's got an unbelievable one-timer. The way he kind of has that sweeping motion and how much he gets on it is so impressive. But they finally put him back on the half wall. so he can use his one-timer. Like they were using him more as like a net front guy for a while.
He's got good hand-eye, but he needs a 1T going,
He
baby.
needs the 1T going.
Yeah.
So they put him back in his spot, and what happens? He scores 2 goals in that game.
Yoink.
Yoink. And I'm just saying. And he ends up, getting his 300th goal in his career, and he scores 2 goals in the game. So big shout-out to DP, man.
DP, baby. DP 57, we love you.
He's one of my favorites.
Who's got 88 on that team?
Patty Kane does.
No. Well, so who had it before Patty Kane?
I don't know.
Some young kid.
Did they?
Yeah. I wonder what he's
They're
going to
going
say.
to have to give it to him.
Okay, I'm just asking. Maybe Kane or give him a watch or something. I don't know.
Maybe Kane should just, switch his number. Listen, can I say this without being too controversial or whatever? I don't want to be disrespectful to Patrick Kane, but, we get caught up in the name on the back of the jersey. I don't know where he's at this stage in his career, man.
No idea, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, he obviously was not the same player
You're right.
last season. We said that before he even went to the New York Rangers. Remember we were saying that early in the year? I'm like, this is not the same. I'm like watching this guy play.
Slow.
So now he has the resurfacing hip surgery or whatever it was. And he's like training with Gagne. Remember? We had Gagne.
Yeah.
And they were like rehabbing together and stuff in Toronto.
Great guy.
So I hope Patrick Kane that the surgery has helped him recover and he's back to more resembling himself. But I got to see it to truly believe it. But don't treat this without watching him play that, like Patrick Kane that we've all come to know and love, and that's the same player that they're getting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
man. We've seen this happen plenty of times where it didn't work out.
I know it says Kane on the back of the jersey, and whether or not it says 88 on the back of the jersey or not, it's going to say Kane back there. But does this mean he is the same Patrick Kane that we saw 5 years ago, man?
He's not getting paid the same. So he doesn't need to be the same, but he needs to be somewhat effective
Yeah,
and be a
but
good leader in the room and find your niche. Like what can you still do? Like, are you great on the wall? Are you great at setting plays up? Like, what can you do?
Okay.
Can you get around with that hip?
But listen, two decisions come into this, or 2 factors come into this decision, right? It's cap space, but it's also top 6 role. Who's got a role for him in the top 6? And you could say, well, anybody would just slide anybody over and whatever. You just never know. These other teams are pretty established. They got good players. There's a role for him in the top 6 with Detroit right away.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see it, man. I'm glad that he's back going at it, man. But that was kind of surprising that he picked the Red Wings, but we'll see what happens with him. Did you watch that game last night, though? No, last night was Monday night. Ottawa, who DJ Smith is probably on a hot seat. Like, you can't. He's holding on by a thread right now. We love him, by the way, but you lose 5-0. Matthew and Brady are just causing havoc all over the fucking place. And then the ref's like, what's going on here? What's going? I can't handle this. I can't. 10s all y'all. 10s, 10s. Oh, God. Get him out of here. Man, that's in my opinion, that's just lazy, dude.
Oh, I loved it.
I didn't like it. You're throwing everybody out. The guy's like, I'm just holding this. I get a 10-minute. What'd I do? These guys are going at it. Yeah. You're just throwing 10s out like fucking Oprah.
Okay,
like, you get this, you get this. That's lazy to me. That's all.
I can see that.
You fucking disrupt the whole game that way.
If there's somebody on the ice who didn't do anything.
He's just holding the guy. He's like, I got a fucking 10.
Right. You're
I
kicking
didn't
me
do
out.
it. You're kicking me out.
of the
That's
game.
lazy to me. That's all.
Yeah, okay.
And I don't want to back because I think he's a wily veteran ref. I don't know who it was, so I don't want to chirp him too bad because I think somebody posted something to the effect of he was reffing the game in the 90s against Colorado and the Red Wings, and he never even handed out too many 10 minutes on that brawl.
Really?
And then now, and I know things have changed. I could be wrong on that, but in my opinion, when you're just like, fuck, everybody's a 10, that's lazy to me.
Yeah.
Guys not everybody did something there.
Yeah.
I know not everybody's guilty by association when it comes to hockey and scrums.
I could see that, but at the same time, I thought it was a good play because he just got control of the game, kind of, and like, okay,
no one has anybody left.
This is out of control. It's not a close.
It's not a game anymore.
Like, he probably doesn't do that if the score's 2-1. You know what I mean?
Well, how much time was left?
Like 7 minutes, maybe.
All right, okay. It is just like, well, some guys are probably like, okay, it's just a little lazy. That's all. No big deal.
You thought it was lazy or it was calculated and it was
Both.
smart? I thought it was kind of smart. Let's go ahead and get everybody out of here. And then there was another play shortly thereafter where Joseph gets kicked out of the game, get a 10-minute misconduct from Ottawa, and somebody came and touched Florida's goaltender or Ottawa's goaltender or whatever, and they just kind of had a little bit of a scrum behind the net. He threw them out too.
Yeah.
So both teams had like 5 or 6 guys left on the bench. It just made it interesting. I felt like it was a little WWE-ish. You know what I'm saying? I love Matthew and Brady more than anybody, man.
Me too, yeah.
You know, but they know when they're on center stage at the same time. You know, the whole family's there.
There was a chance where they could have. There was a brawl going on, and guys are grabbing each other, and then Matthew and Brady didn't have anybody, and they looked at each other, and they just turned around and went the other way.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
Well, Matthew's talked about that.
Yeah, I know.
And Brady when he's come on our podcast.
Sometimes you
but it is what it is. I'm just saying what he said. Because he's answered these questions with us, right?
Yeah, they both have.
And and so you can go back and listen to the conversation we've had with Matthew. You can go back and listen to the conversation we've had with Brady. We've had Matthew on twice, haven't we?
Yeah, live.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and
yeah, you know what?
We're gonna get them on together.
I guess you're right with this whole ref situation.
Yeah.
I think you're right on that.
You do?
No,
what made you change it?
I didn't know how much. I thought it was a lot longer. I thought it was like
right
at the beginning of the third period.
It was 4-0, dude.
At the beginning of the third period, no, you're right. Kick them all out.
Kick them all out. Like this, enough is enough.
No,
man.
you're right. I take that back.
You're gonna deal with this every whistle.
I take that back. You see what I do? Sometimes Andy's right, and I'm like, you know what? Boom, kick them the fuck out. Settle this thing down.
Yeah.
The game's out of hand. You're right on that.
So listen, and I love the intensity. It's like old school. It's like it gets so much attention. A game like that, where we just don't see that happen very often.
I know, I love it.
Hardly ever. And I love it. And it's all everyone was talking about last night on Twitter. Everyone's tuning. What else are they talking about? Oh,
what are you
talking about the con dog?
The con dog.
I know. They are not happy.
How can you? That's horrible.
They are not happy over there. That
you
poor
might
kid.
Perry might as well do it. Corey Perry might as well do that because everybody's talking about it anyway. You might as well fucking do it. Now I'm kidding. But I'm just saying it's fucking terrible.
Any hockey people out there? The only reason why you could say, hey, I guess this is possible, even though it's crazy and it's completely unfair for somebody to throw something like this out there.
God.
Like, who in the right mind, if you know that this is completely false, would present something like this on Twitter trying to convince everyone that it's true when you know that it's not true? You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's easy to do.
I know it is, but I'm just saying, for somebody to do that, it just kind of gives you an idea what they're all about. Also, you know what I mean?
That's society now, dude.
It is.
Like they try to get everybody, man.
But anybody out there who has grown up playing hockey or have kids playing hockey and you've been on these trips, we've seen some crazy shit go down, man, at the hotel, in the hotel lobby.
Done crazy things.
I've seen crazy things happen with hockey parents. Okay, so nothing's ever off the table. At the end of the day, these NHL teams are just grown-up adult youth hockey teams. At the end of the day, when the moms and dads are on the trip and everyone's hanging out at the hotel lobby bar, it's just a grown-up bunch of millionaires youth hockey team just on a trip, and they're in the hotel bar, and so nothing would ever surprise me.
That would surprise the shit out of me.
That would surprise me, but I'm just saying, like, there's been.
How do you do it?
I don't think you would.
How are you going to do it?
I don't think.
How do you sneak that in? How do you do that?
I don't think a player would try to do that.
How do you sneak that in? To try to wheel somebody's mom.
People were trying to make
Come on.
this connection to like London and all this other stuff that took place back in the day. I don't know, man.
Jesus, that sucks.
They're reaching,
but they got it.
But all I'm saying is, and most of you out there, man, if you had kids playing or if you grew up playing hockey, you guys can relate to this, man. There's a lot of crazy shit that probably went down with your team or a team that you knew of, either in your town
Coach
or in your organization. Dude.
Of course, dude. I've heard that shit.
Kids and billet moms. I've heard a lot of stuff, dude.
Andy heard it. I've seen that shit, firsthand. Crazy shit in juniors, dude. Crazy stuff. But again, a wily veteran who probably is like, Bedard looks up to him so much and stuff like that. Like, he's going to try to wheel his mom. Get the fuck out of here.
Can we talk about how Chicago's master plan has completely backfired on them?
How?
Well, they brought in these guys with 1-year deals who were supposed to be the mentors for the con dog, and then you could probably flip them at the trade deadline and get some legitimate assets. Mm-hmm. Well, you can't do that with Taylor Hall now. He's hurt. He's out for the year.
Yeah, that was a weird thing. Nick Foligno's still doing this thing.
Okay. But now Perry in his situation. So you're not getting anything for these guys, and they're not even there to mentor Connor. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, but they're not there. Like, what are you going to get for those guys at the deadline anyway that's going to really propel you? You're so far behind.
It's not about propelling. You're going to get another draft pick. You don't think there's not a playoff team in the league that wouldn't take either of those two guys.
For what? A fourth rounder?
4th rounder for Corey Perry?
So you're going to take a $4 million contract on, and you're going to what are you going to give up for Corey Perry at the deadline?
You get a high pick, second
second
rounder. Yeah. If this guy's producing and playing well, you wouldn't give up a 2nd round pick for Corey Perry?
I don't know. Maybe I would.
He's having a pretty good year, man.
Yeah, he had like 6 and 9 or something like that.
And he's moving around pretty good. He's still in the mix. Like he's not. He hadn't lost that like intensity, and he's constantly in the middle of the shit like after the whistle.
You have to hold some salary back, maybe.
Whatever. Yeah, you just find a way to make a deal. I mean, yeah, you think if you're Chicago and you've got Corey Perry and teams are calling about him, you're not just hanging on to him. You're moving. You're getting something.
No, I know you're not going to hang on to him.
You're getting something. You're getting something for Taylor Hall.
What happened to him exactly?
He got a knee injury.
Yeah.
So,
did you see the play? What happened?
done.
Or is that just like a tweak thing?
I gotta go back and watch it.
Did he like fall into the boards?
I gotta go back and watch
forgot.
it. I don't know. Gotta go back and watch it.
Yeah, that sucks. But you got the con dog, man. You're okay. You know what I mean?
So all I'm saying is that's part of the reasoning. I'm sure they've signed these guys to 1-year deals, knowing they'd be able to flip them and move them.
Yeah, if they're playing well somewhere. I'd take that Nicky Foligno though. Damn right. I like him a lot.
But he just doesn't produce at the same level as those guys, is what I'm saying.
Is Perry?
Yeah. Or Taylor Hall,
Well, yeah, Taylor Hall, yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But if I look it up right now, how many points Corey Perry versus Taylor Hall right now? I mean, Perry, he
did okay. He's got like 9 points in 14 games, I thought.
Yeah, no, he was look this up real quick because 16. Yeah, he had 9 points in 16 games. That's probably like 3rd on the Blackhawks.
Yeah,
4th on the Blackhawks.
Yeah.
Bedard leads the team with 17 points. I watch Bedard play still, man. Sometimes you watch him and he just doesn't do anything.
I know.
And then he has that game where he just flashes the entire game and he
10 and 2 and everything.
Gets 3 points in the game or whatever.
Shooting from everywhere, like the goal line. He shoots from the goal line a lot. Tries to hit the goalie in the head.
Taylor Hall was struggling. He had 2 goals in 10 games.
Yeah.
Foligno's got 2 goals. He's got 9 points in 19 games. But
whatever.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure those guys. Maybe you could move Foligno too. I don't know.
Get something for him.
He wouldn't be as attractive to me as the other 2 guys.
Who would you think? So somebody popped up that said most likely to win a Stanley Cup. The odds. Who do you think has the best odds to win the cup? Who would you say? What team?
Are you asking me that right now?
I'm asking you because I know the answer to it as of right now.
Oh, you're saying the actual Vegas odds?
Yeah.
Who's number 1?
Yeah.
Well, it's not Vegas?
No.
The Rangers?
No.
Dallas?
Colorado.
Okay.
I was like, whoa. Because we did a trivia thing, and I'm like, they asked me that, and I'm like, probably the Rangers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, no.
So Colorado.
I said Vegas, and he goes, no.
According to the Vegas odds, Colorado has the
odds to
best chance to win.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not like overly surprised.
I'm just curious. Let you know. But Rangers are cruising, dude. They are cruising right now. You want them to be good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want the Rangers to be loud and good. It's great for hockey. You want the Rangers in the mix, too, at the end of the day, right? Like, going into something. Even if they play like Dallas, like, you just got the Rangers, that market. You know what I mean? You can watch games like there's such a big fan base out there that's connected to the Rangers. All the Islanders fans are going to watch, Devils, all that shit. Like, you kind of want them in the mix.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean? So the Minnesota Wild, they make a coaching change, and they bring in John Hines. And we'll see how this goes. I hear different things about John Hines. I like him. I've met him before. I think he's a good coach by all accounts. But you talk to players, man, sometimes, it's all about that environment that you create.
Yeah.
You have to create an environment, in my opinion, when you're a head coach, that makes winning fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 100%.
And coming to the rink is fun.
Yep.
And I've heard that has been a weakness of his in other stops. And you just wonder if he'll be able to address that this go around. He's got some history with Billy Guerin. They know each other. They know each other. And I think Billy can hopefully bring some of that out of him, because at the end of the day, man, when you're a head coach, you got to have guys be energized at the rink. And so when you win, winning's got to be fun. And if you don't make it fun, man, you're not going to last very long.
That's an easy fix, though.
Is it?
It's not X's and O's like, hey, you need to fix your power play, this, that, and the other. Make winning fun. Give them an extra day off once in a while, or do something fun, or be happy when they win, or There's ways to change that. It's just your attitude more than anything. Like the X and O's, hey, how do you get that power play going? Like that might be a little difficult, But if you're like, when the players win, make sure winning is like important and exciting, so they always want to do it again. Like that's on the coach just to have a different attitude, in my opinion.
What'd you make out of the Marc-Andre Fleury helmet situation?
The NHL doesn't know what the fuck to do with anything. PJ Stock had a nice little tweet. He said, have every guy, again, Andy's phone's going off because he's so important, but PJ Stock, I believe he said something to the effect of, have one guy.
2.75 for Patrick Kane. 1 year, 2.75. So I said 2 to 2.5. So somewhere.
Whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
So anyway, PJ Stock said, have one guy on each team dedicate a day where he represents what he wants to represent, and then you sign it and you auction it off and you raise money for that particular charity. But the NHL is like, we have to do this because they did it. And they're like, oh, it doesn't work. And we have to do this. Oh, it doesn't work now. Now can't do anything. Well, like Marc-Andre Fleury is like, go fuck yourself. Like, I'm going to wear a helmet. I'm going to do my thing. I'll pay the fine. It just makes it look Bush League. It does. Like, find something that appeases everybody. Don't force people to be like, you got to wear indigenous stuff. You got to wear the pride flag. You got to wear military. Like, have them pick out what they want to wear and let them do it.
Well, I think that, first off, that was one of the issues, right? I mean, nobody complained about the military or the Hockey Fights Cancer. It was all about the Pride Night, right?
Of course.
And so the league couldn't just single out the Pride Night.
I know.
And just say, okay, we're not going to do Pride Night. That would never go over. So they said, okay, we're just going to get rid of all of it, right? This is in a different category, though. I've had some people, I'll be honest with you, who I've talked to around the league who have kind of taken a different stance, being like, why does he need to wear the helmet? It's like, okay, I understand. I understand it's like your family member and whatever, but it's like the example the person used with me is like, okay, well, why don't you just have your son come to work with you and ask the questions in between periods and stuff like that? I was like, okay, I don't even know if that makes sense.
What does that mean?
It's just like, well, I know basically saying, hey, he's doing it for his family. I know it's close to his family and whatever, but, a rule is a rule.
Yeah.
If they don't allow you to wear these helmets, then, so. And this is what the hockey community does. They get everyone to rally around you on Twitter, all the media, and so everyone gets loud. And the league's like sitting back, being like, geez, okay, we're not trying to be like dicks exclusive here, and we're not trying to be exclusive.
Yeah.
And it's not like we hate Native Americans or we hate Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah.
It's just like the rule that we have. Like, holy fuck, like, do you have to wear the damn helmet?
Yeah, but I just think...
So I'm just saying that's the way some people are looking at it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I do. I agree with you. I just think that they need to be on top of things. The NHL they're followers, right? They're that kid in school that wants to hang out with the big groups and do this and do that, and they're just following, and they don't know what the fuck they are.
Right.
Find something and stick with it. Find a happy medium. There always is one. Yeah. You're not going to appease everybody, but you're going to appease enough to where no one's fucking bashing you all day,
but they
every
can't
day.
even make a rule, Cam.
They don't know what.
And then like have the players all of a sudden be like, well, fuck, we're going to do it anyway. And then you get all the media coming after you. It's like, what are they supposed to do? It's like, we this is the rule.
Andy, you're right.
You know what I mean?
I know. A rule's a rule. And so he's going off base and he's doing this thing. He's causing attention.
People complain about the NFL, the hockey media and the hockey fans, they probably don't even know if players are getting fined all the time for like how much sock is showing. And, there's different rules that they have, the color of the cleats, what color shirt you can have under your jersey or whatever, like there's different color coordination. If somebody has something written on their shoe or something, like there are rules that other leagues have too, where they fine players left and right. Like they don't allow you just to create your own helmet and wear it whenever you want. This was a Minnesota Wild night. This was not a league initiative, right? This was like a Minnesota Wild, like indigenous Native American night. Yeah. This wasn't like the NHL Native American night around the league. This was like a Minnesota Wild thing. And you're not allowed to just wear whatever helmet you want. They said no a long time ago, and it was still no. And of course, once and I'm not defending the league on this. I'm just saying is that they just have rules.
You're right, dude.
And now it's like that's just how the hockey media works. And it's like, okay, well,
how dare they?
We're just gonna we're gonna make a huge deal out of this, and now the league's like, holy fuck, they're sitting back, like, we're getting bashed. You got Roberto Luongo, who works with the team, chiming in on Twitter where he should just stay the hell out of it, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like, you work for a damn team. You think under Doug Armstrong or one of these guys, or Lou Lamoriello, he's going to have somebody on his staff tweeting and getting involved with something that's going on with a player and another team? Like, stay the hell out of it.
I know.
And so then they force the league to be like, okay, wear the helmet. Yeah, the helmet's harmless. Of course, yeah, who cares? Wear the helmet, but like they have the rules, man.
So, yeah, you're right, dude. You're absolutely right. So it's like, Marc-Andre Fleury's like, you know what? I'm going to screw it. I'm going to do it. And then everybody's like, and then the NHL's like, no, we're going to fine you. Everybody's like, I can't believe this. How dare they do this? They don't like a ninjas. No, wait. That's the rule. That's the rule they implemented.
They don't hate Native Americans.
No, but that's the rule they implemented. But again, I do feel like they're a step behind with everything. Mm-hmm. They're the little brother trying to keep up with all these other big-ass leagues. And I just think they need to find a happy medium. That's all. Mm-hmm. You think I care that Marc-Andre Fleury's getting fined? I don't give a fuck. But the crazy media, man, they're like, wow, how dare you do this? No, that's our rule. Mm-hmm. You all know you're making a big scene out of it, but you know the rule, and he disobeyed the rule, so he's going to get a fine. Mm-hmm. That's it. But everybody's like, I can't believe this. Well, how can you not believe it? That's the rule. Yeah. Whether you agree with the rule or not, that's fine. Maybe they could change it up and have some sort of happy medium, dude. Just like, again, PJ Stock came out and said that. I was like,
I don't know. Sense. I just feel like they should just deal with it behind the scenes, talk to the league, and try to convince the league to let you wear the helmet. And if they still say no, I just wouldn't, like, is it that big a deal?
No.
I mean, maybe it is to honor his wife and whatever. I don't know. I mean, it must mean an awful lot to him. And it is like Native American night at the game. So it would make sense to wear a helmet that was created, that painted,
It's a beautiful helmet.
Beautiful helmet.
Beautiful helmet.
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
But
I like it.
Why not just like auction it off for charity or whatever you want to do with it?
That's it.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
But if they tell you you can't wear it, you don't need to like cry about it and like get everybody freaking out and getting like executives for like teams that aren't even involved being like, well, what are we doing here?
You know what we're doing. That's the rule.
Jesus.
I know.
Like, stay in your... Hey, Louis, I love you, man. And you had a great career, and you're doing your thing with the Panthers. They're one of my favorite teams to watch in the league. Yeah. You and Billy Zito, everybody over there doing a great job. But you got to stay in your lane on this one.
I agree with you, man.
You don't have to be the Twitter...
I'm the hero.
The Twitter hero.
Know.
What are we doing here?
Know. It's a rule.
Yeah. I agree. It's a stupid rule. Like, let them wear the damn helmet. But they said no, so whatever. It is what it is.
Obey it.
Exactly. It is what it is. Like, wear your regular helmet, auction off the other helmet, wear it in practice.
Yeah.
Do whatever you got to do.
Take pictures with it.
Get some media to do some stories behind it.
That's it.
And have some pictures taken with your wife with the helmet and auction it off.
There's ways to do it, Andy. There's ways to get around it without disobeying the NHL rules. It's like a child.
Like they told you no.
It's like Ty in school. Like, you can't do this. And Ty's like, I'm going to do it anyway. Well, okay, what the fuck? Like, no. Although I don't agree with it. Yeah. But no, you can't do it.
Hey, Timmy Peel's our friend.
We love him.
But I'm just curious to get your I just want to know your take in general. Because I worry about this, when I engage with a lot of different people, Cam.
I know you do.
Like you do as well. On private messenger. Fans, NHL players, NHL executives. They'll, if you don't know them personally, they may reach out to you via messenger.
Yep.
I've had teams do that when I'm reporting about a player being traded or maybe signing, and they'll say, hey, let me help you with this. Here's my cell if you want to call me. Like, that's happened.
Or if we say something on here
and
they reach out.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you feel like a private message that you're having with somebody should ever be made public?
Fuck no. No. It's a private message, man. I'd be fucking pissed. He's just saying, hey, man, why are you piling up on me? And they go back and forth, and he knows what he's doing. And I love Peelsy. But then you post it. It's like a high school girl. The boyfriend wants to break up with her, and he's like, look at my shows it off. He's telling me he don't like me. And I just think that's so petty to do that. That dude's been around for 35 years, man. He might have asked a stupid question, but okay. But what other questions would you ask this guy? They're fucking losing. I know he's doing a lot better now. I know he went from like 50th in points down to 18th because he's dominating Connor McDavid. I get all that, but I didn't like that. If somebody did it to me, I'd lose my fucking mind. That guy's up there grinding it for literally. And look, we chirp the media more than anybody, but that guy, you got to still respect him at some point.
Well,
you know,
it's
a
not
little
even
bit.
that it's a media. I'm just saying just in general. I
No,
mean,
you
a
don't do
private
that.
message is a private
You
message.
don't do that.
And that's what I'm asking. Like, should that just be completely off limits? You know, and I know that, like, people say, well, the media, they can't take it because they're the ones that are always, like, bashing the players. And then when somebody criticizes them, then they get all hot and heavy. And listen, there's probably a lot of truth to that. I mean, listen, media's used to, like, just throwing all the daggers. But when it comes back on them or us or whatever, then, yeah, maybe it's a little more difficult to take because we're not used to. But I don't think that's the point here. You know, the point is, like, he reached out to you. He wasn't happy in a private message.
Yeah.
You guys went back and forth in a private message, and then it was made public. And it put a lot of embarrassment on that particular media guy. It's like I see this in the NBA all the time, you know, when a girl wants money or something like that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
From like
you know what I'm saying? Like from
like
the
a
big
player.
boy down in the Pelicans.
Yeah,
What's
right,
his name?
right. The big dude from Duke who like broke his shoe in half or whatever.
Who's a big guy that looks like Shaq and
Yeah, I know
fucking
you're
Charles
talking
Barkley
about. Yeah,
had a baby.
He went to Duke.
Whatever his name is. I know
Yeah.
people are going to correct us on
Yeah.
that. But like, remember the porn star?
He broke his shoe in college. His foot came out of his shoe.
Yeah.
Dude.
I love Peelsy, man. I think he's hilarious. But yeah, I sometimes you got to show a little bit more respect. Like, yeah, he asked a stupid question. Maybe he's asking stupid questions. It's not easy going in there. And again, like, it's not easy going in there. What happened this time? You're doing the same thing over and over again. Like, this media people, like, they have to ask the questions. They got to get the report
Well,
out.
now I'm afraid to like have conversation with anybody
They
in a
don't.
private messenger.
Well, don't
Because
chirp anybody on text.
All of a sudden, private messenger is now public messenger.
Andy, don't chirp anybody on text.
Oh, I
don't
won't.
chirp anybody
No.
on. They'll have that.
Dude, people text me all the time.
Remember what you say on
and
that.
now on group texts and stuff like that, I just will not participate because I don't trust anybody.
I know, homeboy. I know.
I don't trust anybody. And
Don't blame you.
if you're willing to do this to anybody, does that mean that anybody you could do it to anybody,
off
even your
limits.
close friends, man?
Exactly. So again, like, I wouldn't do that. I've done crazy, stupid shit in my life, but I don't get caught up in that stuff. And again, it's a petty thing. He didn't fuck over Connor McDavid. He's not the reason why Connor McDavid wasn't playing well at the time or why the Oilers are. He's asking a question.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's been in the game for 35 years, man. Like, you got to show a little bit more respect. Maybe you don't like his politics. Maybe you don't like his questioning. Maybe you don't like the way he handled. But, like, the guy's doing it, man. And he's not getting paid that much money. Like, he's not. He's not getting paid $14 million. He's grinding every day. He watches his team every single day. He's seen the ups. He's seen the downs. He's seen everything in between. And now you expose him. I didn't like it. But I like Peelsy. I like JR. And I like all those guys, man. But I saw that. I'm like, oh. And yeah, he's going to have half the people like, good job.
Right.
Get him. Get
Right.
that fucking
Right.
woke motherfucker.
Right.
But in reality, like, he's like, what are we doing here?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, I just didn't think it was a good look for Peelsy.
They call it the private messenger.
I've done some stupid
For
things
a
too,
reason.
so I don't want to be a hypocrite, man.
No, everybody
I haven't
has.
done that stuff.
Everybody has.
But I've done my own stupid things, so you can rag on me all you want. Like, it is what it is.
Dude,
but,
I've had like NHL, you know this, NHL executives
know.
accidentally send me shit.
Oh, I know.
Accidentally send me, they think they're messaging somebody
Dude.
else and they send it to me.
Dude.
I could fucking create some headlines
Dude,
with some shit.
Are you
know what I mean?
kidding? Are you kidding? The shit I have on here right
You
now.
know? But again, these are private conversations that I think probably should be
It's not
kept
worth it.
private.
It's not worth it. You got to have some sort of sense of respect for everybody in the field. You know what I mean? You do.
Listen, all I'm saying is, even if it was a no-name fan, throw out the fact that he's a media guy.
Is he threatening her life?
No, just throw out the fact that he's even a media guy. And I know what you're saying, but I just feel like it's called private messenger for a reason.
It is.
Those conversations, unless both parties agree, should never be made public.
It's like
It's not a.
if he's threatening your
public
life,
conversation.
or he's like, I'm gonna kill your fan. Like, whoa, like check this out, guys.
Yeah,
this
right.
Guy's
This guy's
crazy.
fucking
But
crazy.
he was just like, hey man, you're piling on me. What's that all about? And then Tim's like, you're a fraud. And then he's like, what the fuck? And then they go, and it's like, that's the conversation.
I mean,
Keep it that.
I think he said you're like a bad referee too, or something like that. Maybe I don't know.
Okay, you were no good either. Like, he's defending himself.
Yeah.
But it's like, I didn't like it, but it's all good. It's entertaining. You know, if you did that, I'd be pissed at you.
I would never do it.
No. if you did that,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be fucking pissed at you.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, fuck, man, they're going to dig up everything about us. They're going to be on our ass. And then I'm going to be the one that gets fucked more. Imagine I did that.
Oh, my
What would
God.
you say to me, Andy? Fuck, I can't sneeze sometimes without Andy calling me and be like, why'd you sneeze so hard? If I did that, you would lose your mind. If I was that loud on Twitter, if I was even loud on Twitter, you'd lose your fucking mind.
That's why I hate Twitter.
You're lucky I'm conservative.
I
when
was
it comes
talking to
that.
somebody about this last night who's close to Corey Perry.
Yeah.
They're very close.
Oh, God. Jesus.
This is, and like, I'm not on Twitter. That's why I'm like, well, I don't blame you. Twitter's crazy.
It's crazy. Psychos come out of Twitter. But on the other hand, man,
Why
Twitter's
is that? Why is...
Because it's easy to be a psycho on there. No one knows who you are.
Like,
You're just texting something into a just fucking black hole
people
of negativity.
who open their personal life up on Twitter, I think, are just... That's a little too much for me.
There's a couple things I don't like on social media. The Facebook long, drawn-out things where I read a half and you got to press more and it goes way down. I'm like, oh, God. The pictures of you with no clothes on. Like, ugh. And I'm like, what God, what the fuck is that? Like, again, imagine I started losing weight and I'm like, Andy, watch, I'm going to post this picture of me.
Dude,
and
I'd be like, don't do
fuck
that.
you weirdo. It's all good.
But the personal pictures of like, I'm shoveling snow today with my kids,
Petty, it's harmless,
but
it's
I don't
nerdy.
trust the people on Twitter to put my kids out there.
Exactly.
And shit like
That's
that.
a Facebook,
That's what
Instagram
I'm saying.
thing.
Yeah.
You post pictures of Ty, some weirdo's going to say something or whatever, or so we're going to pick out something that maybe there's in a little corner over there that can get you in a jam. I don't know. Me taking pictures of myself at the house, like, sometimes I would do that for a video for somebody.
Hey,
And I look in the background, I'm like,
oh my God.
hide that.
Who, the old neighbor?
Quit saying that.
She could be in the back of the picture.
No, she don't
I'm
live
just
there.
saying.
No, it's more like
Oh my
things
God.
in my house
Okay,
where I'm
yeah.
like, whoa,
Yeah,
that can't be in there.
Put that out of the
I
picture.
know.
The 8U referees were much better this weekend, Cam. I will
Yeah, you need to
say
stop
that.
bitching about them.
No,
dude. That's about
I'm
5
giving
times.
him a credit.
Good. Well, I'm just telling you, like,
The 8U referees were much better this weekend. They were calling penalties. But all they do is when they call penalties, they just kind of like throw them off the ice, Like nothing happens. There's like no power play. I think they should start giving out like penalty shots or something like that because, Cam, we played this team. They were like, dude, these parents were crazy. I'd never seen anything like it. I wish I could have taken a video and just shown you some of these moms and the dads screaming at the top of their lungs
At the ref.
at their kids,
at the
at the ref,
at the coach,
at everybody.
at the other kids too.
Oh my
That's
God.
the worst.
And they're all going crazy and they're encouraging their kids. Like, this is 8U. You're not allowed to like check. And they're going around just crushing kids, tripping kids left and right. Like, it wasn't even hockey. It was nuts. Like, I had never seen anything like it, man. I'd always heard the stories, and like, of course, you experienced it when you're a little kid. But it's even much more different now than it was back then. People are fucking crazy.
They are, and you know what? The worst back in the day was like the mom from a different kid. Some other kid has a puck, and the mom goes, "Pass the puck!" Like that kind of stuff. Yells at other kids for not passing. Yells at other, like, she doesn't yell at her kid.
Yeah.
She yells at everybody else's
I find
kid.
myself doing that.
Then stop.
No, here's what I'll say.
Then stop.
Like, maybe like once every 5 games, if we're not moving the puck, I get upset.
Move the puck.
Hey,
That's
move
okay.
the puck.
That's okay. That's okay.
And I'll tell my own kid that too.
Yeah, you better. You got to balance that.
I will.
Actually, you should probably only
No.
focus on your kid. And
As a
yelling at other-
team, we got to start moving
But
the
you're
puck.
a coach.
For the Kirkwood team, I'm
So
not.
you're sitting in the stands.
I don't say a word though.
Okay, like
But then,
get away from
But occasionally
people.
it just comes out.
I get that. That's part of it. Every parent's done that before.
Yeah.
But when you specifically just every time somebody else pass the puck,
No, I don't.
why'd you do
No,
stupid penalty? Like, shut up. You're annoying, and not to mention you don't know shit. God, fuck me. Sometimes I feel like I just need to go out there and just hang with you once in a while.
Whoa, dude! I had
I'm
to literally.
serious.
This lady was screaming so loud in my ear behind me in the stands. I've got Chloe and Ivy sitting next to me.
Oh,
We're just
no.
chilling out, okay?
Yeah,
On a Sunday morning,
little Ivy.
we're just chilling out, and
Cute little Ivy.
I had to turn around and just go like,
Yeah, stare at her like, what the fuck are you doing?
Will you stop screaming in my ear?
Nutbag.
Don't yell in my ear, please.
You nutbag.
Okay.
I hope you do that.
Oh yeah, but I'm cognizant of, because everything's recorded.
I know it is.
Live barn is in every rink. You just got to be careful with that type of stuff.
You do. Hey man, this happens in football. It happens in baseball. It happens in soccer. It happens
Football's
in
crazy
hockey.
too. Soccer
It's all
parents are nuts.
Nutbags. You got to get through it. I told Andy this. My dad just hung out by himself. He had his little crew with him. Stayed away from all the bullshit, man. All he had to do was look at me and give me the motion. Either get going or god dang right. There's two simple things that he did. That's all. He stayed away from all the bullshit. Fucking parents are telling me they want to kill me out there. Psycho shit. Got to get away from it.
All right, let's get into our boy Jaccob Slavin with 2 C's.
Yeah.
Very, very good kid, man.
Yeah, he's a super good kid. I hope I wasn't. Sometimes I don't know how
Too
to.
intrusive.
Well, I just don't know how to react to some of these cats, man, that are really religious. I know I cussed a couple times, so I didn't want to be rude. I just don't want like the fans to be like, Cam, you disrespected him. I don't think I did, but I did cuss a couple times. But what do you do? Like, the guy's in the locker room.
He lives in a
I'm
locker
just asking,
room,
dude.
I
I
mean,
know. I'm just asking.
And that's the one thing where everyone makes a choice of how they want to live their life, including those who want to live a pure life and a very religious life, and serve their religion on a daily
Serve God,
basis.
baby.
Hey, man, that is a choice as well,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he is an NHL player, man. He's seen it all. He's
right.
heard it all. This guy's in the locker room every single day. I'm sure the
I get
guys have a lot of fun with him too.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's talking about at his was it the rookie dinner or whatever? He's taking shots of like half and half and stuff. You know what I'm saying? They weren't trying to make him drink alcohol,
No, I know.
which I liked hearing, by the way. Like, this guy doesn't drink. So I'm glad the vets on the team weren't like trying to get him shit-faced that night, when he
Like
doesn't
somebody we know.
Korea, you mean?
Did I tell that story?
A couple times, but you can tell it again.
Well, I mean, things have changed. But when we had our rookie party for the Blues,
And Korea wasn't a rookie, obviously.
hell no. He was 35 years old at the time, I think. But we were at a year-end party with the Blues, and we're all partying. And Korea's doing his thing, man. He's with the guys.
So it wasn't a rookie party.
No, it was a year-end party.
Yeah,
The season's over,
Mm-hmm.
and we're all partying at this bar. Took it over, and Paul Korea kept ordering cranberry juice.
Yeah.
Cranberry juice, because that's what he
How
drinks.
many cranberry juices can you drink?
He
though?
sips cranberry juice.
Yeah.
I guess he's on his period or something. That's a joke from a movie.
What
back
do you
in-
mean?
That's just. I think when you're in a
What
period, you
movie
drink
is that?
Departed, but you probably didn't watch that. Anywho, so we were chilling, and maybe somebody slipped Paulie a little bit of vodka
Like
in his
Big Walt?
drink. Maybe Big Walt did it. I don't know. But by the end of the night, Korea was so fucking funny, dude. Talking to everybody, hugging on everybody, and everybody's like, "You okay, brother?" But now we figured out that he might have got slipped a couple shots of vodka. That's all. No big deal. He's a big boy. He's gonna be okay. He's still surfing right now. We're trying to get him on the podcast.
Oh my God.
I know. I didn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what do you think Brady was telling Matthew? When Matthew fought Sanderson, and let me say, people are like, oh, Matthew fights Sanderson, Jake Sanderson, he never fights. He's probably his first fight ever. Matthew doesn't pretend to be like a tough guy fighter.
Not at all.
And I think he'd probably be the first one to admit, like, Brady's probably the better fighter of the two. Brady's a legit tough fighter, okay?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Matthews never presented himself like that.
Nope.
This guy gets under the skin of other players, and he's a very physical player.
Yep.
And there's a difference between being a very physical player versus being like a tough guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So, he's not – he may present himself like he's a tough guy, but, like, it's not that much of a mismatch. You know what I'm saying?
No. Again, Matthew could fight anybody once in the league. I'm not looking at him like you're a bully.
No,
man.
no.
Although he does play like a bully, and he's a big kid.
That's okay. I love kids that
But
play like a bully.
Matthew, exactly. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
Not dirty, but you bully him around. You bully him away from the
Yeah.
puck. You bully your space. Yeah, you chirp. You get under their skin. Don't do it in school. Don't do any of that shit. But on the ice, it's a different story. Now, you respect everybody, but the bully aspect is still there. Matthew can fight anybody he wants. And you know what? We've had Matthew on, and he chirps himself about fighting. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to fight Brady. He'll kick my ass. He doesn't want to fight anybody. But sometimes it it happens because of what he's doing on the ice, because he's in control of everything. Like, he's got the puck the whole game. He's mean. He'll bump into you accidentally.
Yeah.
Like, he'll do all that stuff. So if you're going to fight him, it's not a mismatch.
No.
And you're taking the best player off the ice.
Yeah. I just feel like those guys they understand the moment, man. You know,
They're in the
his
spotlight
grandma's in the stands and stuff like that.
They're on
dude.
ESPN down here in the States, man.
know.
I watched them this morning. Like, you see Brady and Matthew. Like, fuck yeah. It's good for hockey.
No, they're great for the game, dude.
157 minutes of no.
I want to see the Hughes brothers start gooning it
It's
up.
just not in their blood, dude.
It's not.
You know? It's like you trying to be tough. It doesn't
Well,
work that
you
way.
know, you really. I came after you and Chaser.
Andy.
I came after you.
We bullied you.
How
and
many?
that was bad.
How many people
I should have brought it up again. God
can
damn it.
say that they came after you and Chaser?
Not many.
Not many.
You did come
So
after
I got a little fire in me.
You did come after me a little bit. That was a bad moment.
Didn't I grab the side of your
Yeah, you
ear
were like,
hole?
I was waiting for you to. I wanted you to punch me. Just get it over with. Hit me,
No, because then
I
you
deserved it.
No, then you wanted to fight back.
dude. Are you kidding?
You would have.
No, I wouldn't have. I would have ate it.
Because you even said to me, "You
I
want to
would-
go?"
No,
I think you said that to me.
you're out
No,
of your.
he's like, "You want to go?"
Dude, you are so fucked. No, I didn't.
After he concussed
no,
my
I
head.
barely. We'll play this, dude. I know you guys want to see this.
Biggest hit
I
I've
barely.
ever experienced.
It was just a little joke, and I'm like, yeah, I kind of just, barely touched him, and Andy goes, bam, like he's so fragile, and I'm like, oh God. Then Andy's like, where am I? And he comes after me, he tries to grab me, and I go, do it, hit me, go ahead. And then you didn't, and you pushed me. I go, dude, I'm so sorry about that. Like, I was honestly fucking
No, you
rattled.
weren't.
Yes, dude, you are off, man. I was rattled about that. I honestly was.
You tried to bully me and
No,
embarrass me
I
in
rubbed
front
you
of
off,
the
dude.
alumni.
No. Yeah, kind of. But I just barely rubbed you off, and you just kind of bam.
You're like, you're like,
he's got no shoulder pads on. He's got no muscle tone. He doesn't know how to brace himself. I crunched him kind of. I'm like, oh my God.
You're like, I didn't mean to hit you.
Honestly, I would never do that, dude. I swear to God. So don't think I would. Chaser, different story.
Dude,
Bobby Plager, different story. I barely touched
But I didn't
you.
go after Bobby.
Mm-mm.
Chaser, I did go after him.
He came down the wall.
Oh my God!
In a fantasy
Elbowed me
game,
in the head.
we have the outdoor game in 2017. Brett Hall, everybody, all the big dogs,
Big Wall,
Big
Wayne
Wall,
Gretzky,
everybody,
Adam
Bernie
Oates.
Federico, Adam Oates, everybody's there. And Andy, for some reason, is skating with us. And Chaser lines him up. Andy's coming up the wall like, I'm Andy. Ah. Chaser comes on the wall and fucking lays him out like Dion Phaneuf would have done. And we're all like,
Cronwall.
oh, yeah, Cronwall. We're like, oh, and Chaser's like, Chaser comes to the bench. Andy gets up like, what do I do? He skates to our bench. I'm like, Andy. He's like, where's he at? I go, stop. Chaser's like, what are you going to do? I go, get out of here. Get out, Andy. What are you doing? Andy kind of wakes up, goes to the bench.
I slammed my stick on the bench. Remember?
Oh, my God, dude.
I brought my stick over the top.
Chaser pissed me off in that game, too. No,
Did he?
another game. I had my cousin Derek out there. Remember I told you? My cousin Derek, who's younger than me, played at Lindenwood. Like, he's my brother. And like, Derek, come out, skate with all these guys, you know, like, hey, we get to do that kind of stuff. I get to invite a guy out. Andy gets to come out. Like, we get to do what we want when it comes to this. And Derek had the puck. And I guess he stripped it from Chaser. Chaser didn't see him. Because if he would have saw him, he wouldn't have done it. Because he knows that's my blood. And in one motion, Chaser turns around and goes, wham! And slashes my cousin's stick and just missed his hands and broke Derek's stick
In half.
And Derek's like, God! Derek's like, I'm so nervous anyway being out here. Kelly Chase turns one motion, didn't see him, almost breaks his hand, breaks his $200 stick that, he has to pay for.
Yeah.
And I go, I lost it.
You
I
did.
go, what are you doing? I go, what are you doing? He goes, God, I didn't mean, I go, well, fuck, he hooked me. I go, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. You fucked it. Like, no, he didn't. If you would have known that was Derek, you wouldn't have done it. You thought it was somebody else. And I got pissed.
Did he know Derek?
Yeah. Yeah, he knows that's my fucking blood, dude. And that drove me nuts, man. That drove me nuts. I love Chaser, dude. It's all good. But sometimes you lose it a little bit. Guy hooks you a little bit. You're not, no one's allowed to touch. Derek just kind of.
Hey, that's what happens. Sometimes we lose a screw gets loose,
I was wondering what you were doing going to the bench, so I'm like, what are you going to try to do? I
ready
go,
to
Andy,
fight.
get the fuck over there. You're not fighting him. God damn it. He did rock you, though.
I was ready to throw down. Sometimes you just gotta.
Not good.
I had to show my team that I had a little.
Your team was laughing. I mean,
I had to show my team that I had a little.
team was laughing.
The game's not over yet. Come on, guys, rally behind me.
They didn't. They were laughing.
Let's get into it.
But you had your head up your fucking ass.
I wasn't expecting that. That's a 2-gamer easy.
That's a good hit.
Maybe
a real game.
Maybe a $3,200 fine.
God,
based on Chaser's salary.
Was funny, man.
It'd be like a $3,000.
Mine was a dick move, and I'll admit it.
Yeah, yours was a dick.
But
move
I barely
too.
touched you. I gotta put you on your ass, legit. Head up your ass again. We'll find this clip, and we'll post it.
But that was a badge of honor.
I wish we could find all these clips. Probably.
I don't know about the Chaser one.
The Chaser one. Mine's on Live Barn. Bobby's was on Fox Sports Midwest.
And
Fox, it's my favorite clip of all time.
Yeah, but you know what? They had a during the game that season, and maybe other seasons too. They would have during a TV timeout, they would have the Casino Queen, which is a casino here in town, the Casino Queen biggest hits, and they'd show the biggest hits of the week, like in the NHL. And inside the clip, they showed Bobby Plager hitting me in the clip for Casino Queen biggest hits.
It's such an Andy move too. Like he's in a corner, and he's got the puck like behind him. Like, I'm gonna do something with this. And Bobby just comes with his ass and goes bam, and you go, ga-goom. And then Andy's saying like, "What happened?" And like you stared at Bobby. Bobby's looking down on you. You're like, "What's going on here?" Oh my God!
It was a badge of honor, man.
We gotta find that, and we'll tie this all together. It was so damn funny.
Find me anybody else in town who can honestly say they've been hit by Bobby, Chaser, and you.
Yeah, I know. And mine hurt you the worst.
Well,
and I
I'm
barely touched you.
That's why I'm having issues this morning.
Touched you.
My eye is like.
Well, Andy comes out there and he's cocky. He's got no shoulder pads on. He doesn't button his helmet up because he thinks he's twirling his stick around. Like, good God. Like, if you go out there and you're playing against, like, NHL guys and you didn't play and you don't wear shoulder pads, it's like, it's just fucking disrespectful.
I wear them now, though.
I hope so.
I do. I went and bought a pair from, like, playing against sports.
Like, I don't need to wear shoulder pads. I need to button my helmet up. What are you fucking talking about? You damn right you do.
What you talking about?
What you talking about, boy? Better button that up.
Talking about First Form, baby. Mm-hmm. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick.
Dang right.
They had some great Cyber Monday
yeah, they did.
Deals and some Black Friday deals. Did you go shopping for Black Friday?
Kate does all that shit.
How was your Thanksgiving in general?
Thanksgiving was it was good. It was good, man. We just went to her like family house.
Mm-hmm.
I made Bloody Marys. We had a big charcuterie board. What's it called?
Charcuterie.
Yeah, board with all kinds of sausage and cheese and whatnot. And then I went, and my dad, like last year's Thanksgiving wasn't great. My mom was fucked up.
Yeah.
And so I just I didn't want my dad to have to cook. I didn't want to just give him a bird to fucking cook. Like he's buying. So I went and got pounds of brisket, pounds of turkey from Obie Clark's barbecue place. Give Obie Clark's a little shout out. It's called Obie Q's right there in Chesterfield. Mm-hmm. I loaded them up, went over to his house, gave him all this barbecue, hung out with him.
How come you didn't invite him over to Kate's family's?
It's not. He ain't doing that.
You got to invite him. You don't even know if he'd come or not. That's what you do on Thanksgiving.
You think I know my dad?
You make the invitation.
You don't think I know my dad?
But you have to invite him.
He's always invited to everything.
Okay.
We have Christmas.
So
he
wouldn't want to go.
No, he ain't going to that.
Did he have people stopping by the house that
Probably.
day? Oh my God!
I know.
Were they stopping by?
He's happy.
Okay, that's all that matters.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Can I ask you this? Was this his first Thanksgiving without your mom? Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I would have reached out to you if I knew that.
No, you probably wouldn't have, but it's all good.
No, I would have.
No, you don't need to. It's all good.
What
is it going to do for me?
She had passed before Christmas last year.
Yeah, December 11th. So,
okay.
But she was, at that point,
Ivy's birthday.
She was dead at that point anyway. So.
Oh, man.
It's all good, man. We're good, dude.
Well, I'm glad you delivered some goods. I mean, this guy, he just invite him next time. He may want to go. He may surprise you.
My dad will come over. I'll be gone. My kid will be gone. I'm like, come over with the doggy. So we bring Tucky over to my house, let the dogs out, let them fuck around. He'll sit on my back porch, have a cup of beer, chill out, do his thing, walk around the whole fucking golf course. He loves it out there, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think he takes his new friends and they drive by and stuff like that. But
really?
But he won't. I'm not ready for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not. I'll get there.
Yeah.
But that's their friends, and he's lonely, and I gotta accept it. But I'm just not ready.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if they're at my house, it's different. But if I go into my house in his house, basically,
Yeah.
I'm just not ready for that.
I got you.
Is that
Yeah.
fair?
You should take him some First Form.
My
gear,
dad wears
too.
First Form everything.
Well,
dude.
good. I hope he took advantage of all these sales they had
I
going
load
on.
him up with everything. He's First Form head to toe.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick, baby. That's our link.
Head to toe.
Whatever you get from First Form, man. I know a lot of our listeners have been getting stuff, man, and they're looking jacked and they're feeling good about themselves right now. Mentally, they're in a great spot, best spot they've ever been because of First Form.
Yep.
Use our link at all times, firstform.com/Cam and Strick, and do that today.
Yep. Helps out a lot, guys. Hell yeah.
You know, the Illinois Recovery Center, man, we were talking about that earlier in relation to like NHL players and the players that go in to seek help and whatnot. But I feel like this time of year is when a lot of people do it, you know? And it's kind of depressing and sad to think about those that are in a facility or in rehab, whatever, during the holiday season.
I know, but if you're in the rehab during holiday season, like you're in the path. You know what's worse?
Will they celebrate Christmas and stuff in there?
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what's worse is when you go to Thanksgiving or Christmas and you're done fucked up. And all your family's like, whoa, this guy needs help. Yeah. Whoa, that's the wake-up call. When you have all your family members there,
they all see it.
Again, just like I said before, everybody's like, look at Johnny. Johnny's at Notre Dame. Look at Beth. She's at fucking Stanford. Look at it. And then fucking, oh boy, in the background isn't. He's a fucking alcoholic. He's dipping into painkillers. He's dipping into black tar. He's doing this. He's doing that. And he gets exposed. And everybody sees that. And they're like, fuck, you need help. But then he's like, they all fucking hate me. I get no attention. No one's giving me any attention. I'm the dipshit. I'm the fucking black sheep of the fucking group. What do I do? Now you're in even more depression. What do you do then? You start fucking taking more. You start drinking more. You're snorting pills now. You're doing this. You're doing that. So if somebody is in rehab during the holidays, in my opinion, that's a good thing. You're getting help. The worst thing is when you're not in fucking rehab and you're fucked up and everybody sees it. And then once you see everybody sees it, it makes you even more fucked up. Because you're like, everybody hates me. No one cares about me. I'm the lone guy in the corner talking to myself. Only the cool uncle's going to come talk to you. Or the cool cousin. Or the cool, aunt who's a fucking badass biatch. And she comes over and goes, hey, I hope you have one of those. Because if you don't, this guy's on an island by himself. So yeah, maybe he has to go during Christmas. You know what's going to happen? He's going to come out and be like, God damn it, that's my Christmas present. I feel like a fucking man again.
Yeah. Info at IllinoisRecoveryCenter.com. That's the email if you want to reach out. Chrissy Pondoff.
Can I give the number?
Our boy Eric. Yeah.
Yeah, here's the number. 888-743-0971. I'll say it one more time. 888-743-0971. Give him a call today, man. Every day, somebody going in there reaches out.
What are they having? Do they celebrate Christmas in like the federal penitentiary?
Andy.
No, do they?
That's a stupid.
No, like what would they do?
That's a different story.
What would they do in there on Christmas Day?
Probably get fucked.
Oh my God.
Probably fucking try to find their fix. Probably just try to not get jumped. Probably try to.
Is it just another day, or will they have like any type of Christmas festivities? Will somebody come in and like sing Christmas carols?
No.
Nothing like that.
No.
Church service?
No, just like
No church service.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a church service there.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because, like you asked me all these questions about being in the pen. I haven't been in there, but I would say it's not lovely. I'd rather be in a Illinois Recovery Center getting right than
Getting
being in
healthy.
a fucking. Because you're in jail. They're not helping you.
No.
You might be sober for a week, but you're gonna find fucking Trent down their fucking hall who's got that black tar.
Oh, Trent. Better watch out for that.
Just saying.
I lived across the street from a Trent growing up.
Well, we know a Trent. They just got slashed in the face, so I don't want to chirp that name too bad. I don't know why it popped in my head.
It's my boy.
That's my fucking boy. He's got that St. Louis shit kicking blood, baby.
How come all the
St. Louis
St. Louis
shit
boys
kicker.
are fucking tough? You ever notice that?
Well, once you, the first one ever pays the path, they all kind of figure it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. No big deal.
I had it too.
Blue collar, baby.
I had
Blue
it.
collar.
Blue
Fuck
collar.
yeah.
Stop saying that.
Who said I can't say it? Name the name.
Somebody who
Fucking
listens to
nerd.
the show.
Oh, really?
Nobody says that.
I was gonna say. Who said no one says it?
I don't want
wealthy
to say...
little fucking nerd boy at your Creve Coeur Racket Club. Go fuck yourself.
Hey, I'm just telling you.
Fucking tell me what to say.
Nobody says blue collar anymore.
You guys all fucking they're looking at their portfolios like, I have a bone to pick with Cam. You just stop saying blue collar all the time. Go fuck yourself.
A bone to
Fucking
pick.
nerd. You look at your receipt when you buy coffee. Cheap ass motherfucker.
A bone to pick.
You have a bone to pick with Cam. Because I say blue collar. Get the fuck out of here. Mom and dad had money for generations. Fuck you. I can say blue collar. Dad was a fucking waterproofer, slinging fucking
Doesn't
tar.
give you the right to say blue collar.
Slinging fucking tar in House Springs, 110 degrees. Like, get the fuck out of
It
here.
doesn't give you the right.
I'll say whatever I want. Little nerd boy.
Hoosier.
Nerd boy.
You know who can say it?
Who?
Brett Tesson.
Yeah.
Tesson Roofing,
He's a
baby.
blue collar. Yeah, he came from scratch, man.
That's right.
Damn right, dude. That dude built that up himself.
TessonRoofing.com. Ask about that nano shield today, although it's pretty cold outside.
It's getting cold, man.
But still a great time to go ahead and get it done.
But we're in St. Louis, dude. The weather goes, it fluctuates like
and
you
down.
cannot
Up
believe.
and
It's going to be
down.
cold steady for a little bit, but then
Yeah.
it's going to hit 75 degrees again.
Oh, my God.
And then the storms are coming, baby. Them storms are coming. And then you see it. You see that it's not just, it's a weird, eerie feeling. When a tornado comes, when a shit kicker comes, when the demon comes, and you're like, what the fuck? Everything sits, it's a standstill. And all of a sudden it gets green. And you're like, what the fuck is this? It gets green and it has that weird fucking scary fucking tone to it. And all of a sudden the killer's coming. Starts building up, building up, building up. Then you get that headwind coming and then the monster's coming afterwards. Oh, that's going to happen. Now, is it going to hit a residential area? I don't know. Let's hope the fuck not. But you're going to see that this winter.
Yeah, you got to stop like putting this type of stuff in people's
It's reality.
heads.
Happens
okay?
every
No,
year.
you're creating
No.
a panic. You're creating a panic
Happens
for
every
people.
year. No. You're in Missouri. It happens every year,
You've
dude.
got no weather breakdown. Like it's like I got a friend of mine, no weather education to be able to you give these type of
You
predictions.
didn't play hockey, so why are you even commenting on it?
Well,
you
'cause
didn't play in the NHL. How dare you comment on the play? How can you possibly comment on it? You didn't play.
Well, I've been around it for a long time.
Oh, so I've been around weather every single day. I go outside, I deal with weather.
Are you a meteorologist?
No. Are you a pro hockey player? Not even fucking close.
Play with a lot
I'm
of-
more of a meteorologist than you are a pro hockey player. Who are you kidding?
I play with.
So don't. No.
I play with a
We're gonna
lot
have
of
to-
intensity.
Hey, Matt, we're going to have to edit out all kinds of hockey stuff because old boy over here didn't play. So I can't comment on the weather, but he's going to break down
Hey.
fucking power plays
You know,
because you interviewed somebody between periods.
so I got a friend of mine whose wife, she'll start like working on people, their necks, their backs, and he's like, listen, she doesn't have any medical background. She should not be doing that to you. Like he'll say that. And she's like, I know what I'm doing.
Well, I'm not going to get treatment from her.
Cam the meteor. Just put Cam on the 10 o'clock news, Monday through Friday.
Andy's going to break the power play now. He's going to break the power. Well, I interviewed guys that are on power plays. Okay. I go outside and I deal with weather every fucking day.
What do you do to deal with it?
You see it. You deal with it. You have to turn your heat on. If it snows, I got to get out of my fucking driveway.
There's a great
What's wrong with
comeback.
you?
There's a great comeback, and I just don't have it. You know, like because
Of course you
you're
don't.
basically saying that
Of course
to
you
like Bob McKenzie and Darren Drager and anybody
Well, whatever.
else. Elliot
That's
Friedman.
that's you. You're the one
Elliot
making the
Friedman.
comparison.
Nobody else played hockey.
You're the one
They
making it.
didn't
You're the
play
one
in
making a
NHL.
comparison. They break trades down. He's not telling about the power play.
Kinda.
You're acting like you're breaking down everything. This guy needs to do that. This guy. Well, you didn't play. How can you possibly say that? I can't talk about the weather because I'm not a meteorologist.
Ah, you're
Get on
you're
with
putting
yourself.
panic in people. You're saying
No, I'm being realistic. Like there's going to be a jam, and that's why you need to get fucking Tesson roofing if your roof gets fucked up because of a weird tornado that happens in February. Talking about the sponsors. That's another thing.
well, just be careful there.
Be careful of what?
Scaring people.
You're okay. Most of them are in Canada anyway. You're not going to get there.
Well, they may-
although there's a
although
couple.
they may have
Eli,
something.
Saskatchewan, or no, Eli, Manitoba, back in 2007 had an EF5 that went for a long time. It's called Eli, Manitoba.
I had a tornado come through my house a few years back. Actually,
See, that's a lie.
what are you talking about?
You got hit by a tornado.
yeah, EF1, dude. Remember?
It hit by you.
Dude, my fence got destroyed. What are you talking about? I was in Colorado for the Blues playoff series. My wife's calling me.
So you
Our-
didn't see
our
it.
lantern,
You were gone.
Well, okay.
Well, then
But
don't lie to
a
the
lot of
people
damage.
like you do a lot.
There's glass all over the front yard of the driveway when I got home. All our lanterns.
What year? What time of the
Maybe it was spring. dude.
springtime? Hey,
Do you know one time I was in like a restaurant that was connected to a mall, And we had a big tornado, dude, and they made everyone evacuate into the basement of this mall.
See, well,
with like thousands of people.
You're making my argument for me. It happens all the time in Missouri. But I can't talk. Why are you talking about that?
I've lived through it.
I can't talk about it. I'm on meteorologist. I can't talk about tornadoes. Can't do it. Get on with yourself, Andy.
I'm gonna break down the power play for you right now.
Break it. Tell me how to be a player. Can't do it, man. You should have played. We're gonna have to edit out 45 minutes of this show because of you. We're all joking, man. Andy and I chirp each other like no other. That's the way it is. We love each other. I do. And I am going to come over for a dinner, and we're going to make a cool video.
Oh, yeah? We're going to make some food and stuff?
You're going to make it.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to evaluate it. And
I made a turkey, man. First time ever, by the way.
Although I don't like eating food from somebody that doesn't eat the food that they're making.
No, I should have brought you some over.
I don't like eating food from the chef that doesn't eat the food that they're making. You get my drift?
Mm-hmm.
Andy doesn't eat meat, but yet he's going to make me a turkey. But yet he's never had turkey, and yet he just doesn't know the taste. He doesn't have the soul in it. He doesn't have the soul into it. Like, how can you make something that you acknowledge that you don't like, but you're gonna feed us, but you don't eat it?
Do you know?
That's weird to me.
I make it with like love and stuff like that.
How? You don't love eating it?
Oh, no,
how can you think that's love, though?
Hey, do you know? Do I come across today a little more like motivated and driven?
Not really. Not really.
Are you sensing a little more motivation and drive from me today?
Why, did you watch something, a podcast? There it is. Good for you. Hey, I'm glad that you do that. Was it a podcast about like something different besides hockey and trades and stuff like that?
I watched, and I've met him before. I told you this yesterday. You probably forgot.
If it's boring,
Kane would make a great weatherman because he just forgets what he says. He's like, "Oh, it's gonna be hot today." Well, you just said it's gonna be cold 10 minutes ago.
I said it's going to be cold for the next week or two because I looked at the weather.
All right.
I can't look at the weather anymore. My bad.
Hey, so I watched this video of Kevin Plank, the founder of Under Armour, give a speech to Boston College University. His story, and I've got some very close friends of mine from college.
How much time we got, Matt? Seriously.
Oh, my God. You're interrupting me.
We got 20 minutes.
We have to hurry.
So come on.
So I have very close friends of mine from college who grew up with Kevin and like now live back in Baltimore working for him or with him with like a different type of company, like a whiskey company actually that Kevin also owns. He was a billionaire in his 30s. And how this guy started his company from nothing, just with an entrepreneurial mindset and a Ford Explorer, just driving around different places and having this idea and seeing it come into fruition, man, is truly spectacular. I encourage all y'all go out there and listen to what he had to say.
That's cool.
It's very motivating.
There's a ton of people like that.
I'm just saying.
And he's finding
there's a ton of them.
And he's like, okay, I'm gonna do something different today. I'm gonna watch something different. And then you talk about it for 2 weeks. Up. I get that, man, and I like that. Mm-hmm. Dude, there's all kinds of military, all kinds of entrepreneurs and whatnot that will give you motivational speeches like that pump you up, man. But Andy, when he gets motivated, wants to be another entrepreneur, like Andy wants to do everything else but what we're doing right now. Meaning, like, he tells me, he's like, I just want to be. I go, how about we focus on what's working now? With your career with Bally's, with what we got with the podcast and the radio and stuff, how about we build that up and be successful that way instead of you being like, I want to be an astronaut. Like, it's not going to happen. But Andy wants to do everything else, but it's like, how about what's working now?
I want to be a billionaire.
Let's build this up. Like, that's I get that, but like, how about we get to a point where we're so fucking comfortable we can do what we want? Not necessarily be a billionaire.
We've got this beautiful studio here at Half Coast Studios with our boy Alex and Maddie and everybody. We can do whatever we want, man.
I know.
We could bring people in here.
That's what you need to focus on.
We could bring people in here and just start interviewing them.
Yeah, I know.
And see what they're all about.
Isn't that what we do?
Should we start interviewing the most successful people that you know of? CEOs.
Sometimes that's boring.
Well, not if you don't make it boring.
Well,
some people interview old people. So they can tell their story and leave it behind.
I know what's going on.
You want to do some of that?
No, because I don't like talking. I'd like to talk to a World War II veteran. There's not many left going on. Even a Vietnam War vet. I'd like to.
But you don't want to trigger them.
No, but like if you're doing this, like
Yeah.
you know what's going to happen.
Okay.
So like you're doing it
Yeah.
for your family. So I just want to know what you went through, so your family realizes how tough you were.
Tesson Roofing and TessonRoofing.com.
Get
One,
back to
one
things
person
here.
we're not
God.
interviewing. So get to Tesson Roofing today. Ask about the Nano Shield. Listen, they're the preferred roofer with all the major insurance companies. That's all you need to know. All the big dog insurance companies, they go to one roofer. That's Tesson Roofing. That's all you got to know. Don't have Seth in here. I am interviewing him from the local hockey shop.
How'd
who's
he do on
sharpening
Thanksgiving?
skates. Oh, my God. Everyone's like, okay, I'm not feeling well. I'm not going. What's wrong with you? Well, I just heard Seth is going to be there.
I know. He ruins
So
everything.
I'm not going to I'm not going to Aunt Susie's.
Yeah, but he's the evil. He's not just like the alcoholic kid
No,
that can't find
it's
his way.
worse.
Seth is
No one wants to sit next to
evil.
him,
He's fucking Jeffrey fucking
and you
Dahmer.
don't want your kids in the same room with him. Like, you
No.
just,
Where's little Susie?
where's the cat?
He's with Seth.
Where's the cat?
God, get it where they at? They fucking all go
Yeah.
downstairs.
Get a
and-
Sparks, man. You know, you can avoid all of this.
Yeah.
Get a Sparks skate sharpener. They're on sale right now. You can get one at a much discounted price, especially if you use our promo code Cam and Strick. That'll get you even a more discounted price. Get a Sparks and get it today. SPARX, Sparks.com, the #1 skate sharpener on the market. Just about every NHL team in the league is using a Sparks, man. I saw one outside of a bunch of college teams when I go see all these college teams, whatever. You know, I walk by the dressing room, man. I see their Sparks laid
Bird
out
watching?
there. No, they're not even.
I didn't mean to say
there.
that.
I mean, you can't
I
say
didn't
that.
mean to say that.
I mean,
I'm
that's
so-
bullying.
I didn't mean to.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about that.
that's bullying.
I didn't mean to ruin your jam there.
I
My
mean,
bad.
because I was like, I don't know, I was flowing.
Well, you kept
pretty
saying
good
that you
there.
go all these college campuses. I'm like, okay. My bad on that.
Well,
that was rude.
they're all using it.
That was rude.
They're all using them.
Sorry.
Get a Sparks and get one today. Avoid Seth at all costs. Use that promo code Cam and Strick. Sparks.com. Sparks with an X. I'm telling you, man, don't ruin your weekend. Don't ruin the holiday. Don't ruin the tournament. You got like grandma and grandpa. This is when
You
like
don't
the
wanna
family
be-
comes and watches too.
Yeah, I know. And you toe picking all over the place. Yeah.
I thought you said little Johnny was good.
No, he sucks because his skates suck.
Yeah, but he is. But we went to Seth instead of having
And
our
they're
skate
like,
sharpened
yeah,
by
sure he is.
Sparks.
I saw him fall 15 times. You know.
That's a tough one.
I know.
Yeah, get a
This
Sparks.
happened to
get
all
one
of us,
today.
man.
Bellman and Bellman.com, BEHLMANN.com. They got a Buick and GMC on one side of the street, Cam. On the other side, it's Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. You know where to go. At Bellman, you get what?
Swinging dicks.
Where are they located?
Troy,
Buick,
Missouri.
GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Hey, if your credit score is shitty and you've had some issues and you're kind of embarrassed about your credit score or you're embarrassed about the car that you're driving right now, saying, I don't even want to show them my car. Listen, they'll buy it from you, and everyone gets approved. Everyone's approved. It's kind of like that referee last night that giving everyone
You're
10-minute
approved.
misconduct.
You're
Hey, you're approved.
And I
Everyone's
was wrong
approved.
on that, by the way. And you were right.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I was.
You were right.
Thank you. Isn't that amazing?
Uh,
See, I am a hockey analyst. You're not a meteorologist. There's a difference there.
Like I admit when I'm wrong on things. Like I do. Like I fucking tried to as much as possible. Like
You just did it.
I just did. Like
By the way, the hat that Cam's wearing right now, it's a
Yeah.
beautiful hat. It's available.
another one.
CamandStrick.com. It's
Yeah.
available.
yoink.
If you want that hat in time for the Christmas holiday, you know somebody in your life that's a big Cam and Strick fan, get that
Yeah.
hat. And get it today.
Dang right.
We need more apparel and more merchandise
know,
too.
dude.
And if
Fuck, man,
somebody's in the
Pain in the
merchandise,
ass. Help us with
we've
it,
dealt
man.
with some bad people with merchandise.
Yeah, no
dude.
shit.
Scammers.
No shit.
So if anybody wants to partner with us, reach out.
Hell yeah.
We'll make that happen. Bellman and Bellman.com. They'll even serve you sushi and flavored water.
It's a lie.
It's not true.
And
Jacob Slavin, he never lies.
No.
And he's got 2 C's,
Oh, he
man.
better not.
He will never lie to
Yeah.
you. Pure truth, man. Very
He's a good
interesting
dude.
interview, man, with Jaccob Slavin. Enjoy it on the Cam and Strick podcast. Yoink.
Yoink.
The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/camandstrick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/camandstrick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview. Thanks again, man. How's everything in Raleigh? What's going on in Raleigh today? Weather's good?
Beautiful Raleigh.
No, yeah, beautiful Raleigh. No, it's rainy today. First rain of the fall time. It's been really nice weather overall. We had 70-degree weather for probably the past 2 months, and then this week turned bad. So right in time for fall Thanksgiving weather, and it's not. We've always loved it here. It's because the springs are long, the falls are long, and winters are short.
You get 4 seasons too. And Raleigh's such a beautiful place. Like you kind of have everything there, right? And it's kind of a great mixture too. So like you're not bombarded when you go places, but still you have a good fan base. Everything's lovely around there. Your rink's nice.
Yeah.
You got a good setup.
Yeah, exactly. No, really good setup. January, February can get a little cold, but outside of that, it's there. You can golf year round. So it's nice.
But Jacob, you're coming from Colorado.
Oh yeah.
Like, did you grow up doing Colorado things? Like, were you going up to the mountains? Were you skiing a lot? Were you doing a lot of outdoor stuff? And can you get your outdoor fix over there in Raleigh?
Did a little bit growing up. I had 4 siblings. We were all playing hockey, and so for a little bit there, we would go up for Thanksgiving weekend. Actually, we'd go to Breckenridge and do some snowboarding, some skiing, that kind of stuff. But overall, we were so busy with hockey that we didn't have time for outdoorsy stuff. I don't think I went on my first hike in the mountains until I can remember, at least until I was out of high school.
Really?
And it was baseball, it was hockey, it was sport, and then once
you didn't know if you were living in Colorado or
you're in Kansas
or Pennsylvania, Kansas, whatever.
Exactly. No, we were in Flatland, Colorado, right? There's Flatland, Colorado, and then there's mountainous Colorado, and everything I was doing was in the Flatland. And so my wife at the time, when she first came out to Colorado, that's probably my first hike I remember going on was with her.
Were you like, Mom and Dad, why do we live in Colorado, but we live in basically Kansas because we're in the first 100 miles? We're like, can we just move a little bit more towards the foothills?
Right, exactly. No, we were growing up. I was about 20 minutes outside of Boulder, so it was easy to get there. But a lot of snow in Colorado, a lot of snow in May, a lot of snow in September sometimes, but just depend on the day.
Who'd you play for? The Thunderbirds or the Rampage?
No, I was Thunderbirds. I was Thunderbirds. Yeah.
You dominate
in the Highland Hills Jaguars.
Oh, there you go.
You probably dominated everybody at a young age, right?
No, I didn't. I was a late bloomer. I was smaller. I didn't make so growing up, all the 94 birthday in Colorado is actually really good. We had Seth Jones. Seth Jones was on our team. There was another buddy that played NTDP. So we had some good skill for the 94 group. But then when the 94 group tried out for the U16 team, our first year of midgets, I didn't make that team. I played U15. And then the next year, all the 94s went up to the U18 team. So I tried out for that team thinking, play with my buddies again. Didn't make that team. So for a little bit there, I was behind the 8 ball.
Yeah, see, that's back when the best players wanted to play U18, when they still had a year left of U16 hockey. Now it's it's like the U16 years are the most important. Hey, you haven't been married twice, right? You did say my wife at the time when you were hiking. I just want to make sure, because this dude has not been married twice.
my current wife was my girlfriend at the time.
Just making sure.
To Colorado, yes.
I had to ask. I'm like, there's no way Jacob's been married twice, Cam.
No, definitely not. I've been married for 8 years now, and so got married young.
St. Louis girl, right? Oh no, Belleville, Illinois.
Really?
Yeah,
Bethalto, Illinois.
Bethalto.
Yeah, tiny ass town, dude.
Yeah,
tiny town. Yeah, tiny town.
She a country girl? Is she a country girl? Was she on a farm? What?
Not too country. Her parents had about 4 acres. There's pictures of her holding up a snake with a knife and gut in it and stuff. But she was a sporty girl too. She does it all.
So where'd you guys meet?
This is a good story. I was playing juniors in Chicago at the time, and I was, bored junior hockey player. All we did was play video games and creep on Twitter. And so I was deep into a Twitter dive one day, just going from profile to profile, and I saw one of her tweets that talked about being on fire for God. So I was like, oh, that's a cool tweet. Let me check out her profile. And checked out her profile. I was like, man, this girl loves the Lord. She's genuine. She's beautiful. I'll follow her. And then she didn't follow me back. And so we had no mutual connections, nothing. This was so random. And then, so I DM'd her, didn't work. And then DM'd her again. She finally messaged back, but wasn't really interested. And then she finally tweeted out saying, Snapchat me, I'm bored. I was like, all right, I'll take advantage of that. And I sent her a Snapchat of me lip singing to T Swift. And the rest is history.
What song?
She was hooked.
Stay.
So you're just like, I'm just going to go all out. I already DM'd her twice, and now she's getting back at me. What's up? All right.
Yeah, exactly. There was nothing to lose. Like I said, I was bored in juniors, and and then we started talking for about 3.5 weeks. This was still when Skype was around. It wasn't FaceTime yet. So we were Skyping every night, and then I drove down to meet her and her family after our season ended, and then we did long distance for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And she moved out to Colorado my sophomore year at CC.
Well, it's a good thing she answered that tweet. So listen, would you get married at 20, 21? How old were you?
21.
Man.
Yeah, signed June of 2015, the first contract, and then we got married August of 2015, and then came out to Carolina a week later.
So you just knew right away. You're like, I'm 21. This is who I want to be with. I'm not wasting any more time.
Yep.
Exactly.
And it helped your hockey career.
Yeah.
It certainly helped your hockey. 100%.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, dude.
I tell her every day, I was like, I don't think I'd be where I am right now if it wasn't for you. And so, and it was, she's a blessing in my life for sure.
Yeah. Stabilizes everything.
I love that, man.
Yes.
Hey, you mentioned the religion. Like, is the religion like something you found later in life? Were you raised like that? And like, how do you incorporate that in your hockey playing?
Yeah, no, it's something I was raised with. My family, both my parents are believers, Christians, and then grew up in a Christian household. All my siblings, we all went to church. Church kind of got put on the back burner a little bit as we were growing up with 5 kids playing travel hocky. It was busy.
There's no church.
It was far and few between that we went to church on a Sunday. But my dad was still a great role model for us as the kids, and so that was great. But when I moved away from Colorado to go to Chicago, actually, is really when it kind of became my own faith, found my own personal relationship with Jesus, and my chaplain at the time through Hockey Ministries International really challenged me. And so that's really where my faith took off. And then obviously my wife, like I said, when I say I wouldn't be where I am without her, that has a big role in it as well, because she's super strong in her faith and keeps me grounded, keeps me humble. And so definitely, I mean, it's the most important part of my life. It's the biggest part of my life. And through everything stems through my faith and everything that I do on and off the ice now.
So what's the difference between like having faith with your mom and dad and going to church and stuff like that than like meeting your girl and what she believes in? Is it the same thing? Like, what do you mean?
So same belief system. When I was in high school and like having to rely on my parents and everything, not necessarily rely on my parents, but it was all about works, right? Like the Christian faith is not about works at all. And what you do, you like growing in high school, I was known as like the good Christian kid because I didn't cuss, I didn't drink, or I didn't have sex. And so I was like, labeled the good Christian kid. And it was all about what Jacob was doing. But then when I truly found my relationship with Christ, it's like, no, it's not about what Jacob does or doesn't do. It's about what Jesus did on the cross. And so my wife was very, she didn't grow up in a Christian home. So she had no really Christian influence coming in from her parents, whereas she found like her faith on her own, and she was super solid in that faith. So she challenged me in certain ways that I wasn't being challenged back home in Colorado. But like I said, those 2 years in juniors when I was away from my family, my chaplain was challenged me a lot in a lot of different areas. And so now, like I said, now it's the foundation of everything that I do.
So all through high school and stuff like that, I'm sure girls were all over you. Did all your buddies
look at the hair? He's got
look at it. No, you look at this.
hair.
No. Take your hat off real quick. Let me take your shirt off too, by the way. I gotta evaluate you real quick. So you got girls all over you, and I get it, man. And I know guys that did the same thing, but like all your buddies that probably don't, think the same way. Were they giving you shit like, these girls are on you and stuff like that? Was it hard? I mean, going through at that young age with testosterone flowing through your veins, like, was that tough to like hold that together?
Definitely. I mean, there's temptations all over the place in high school, and I mean, I was a virgin when I got married. My wife and I both were, but there are definitely things that I look back on and I wish I didn't do. There are definitely things that, I mean, for me, like I said, it was all workspace, right? So as long as I didn't have sex, I was good. There's other things that I did where I'm like, I wish I didn't do those things, but I look back and I'm like, man, God was still protecting me, even though in my heart, I wasn't doing it for the right reason, or I wasn't not doing it for the right reason. God was still protecting me from so mmany things that I could have probably got into had I not been following him or had some relationship with him. And so, there's definitely temptations all like around every corner, but God was faithful to me during that time and kept me from a lot of things that probably I wouldn't be where I am today. Let's just say if I walked down those roads.
Okay. So how about like being in the dynamic of a locker room setting? You know, you're
Yeah.
on the plane, you hear what everybody else is talking about, what they did last night and all that type of stuff. How do you maintain that confidence, like to be like, this is who I am, I don't have to change for anybody, and people are going to accept me for who I am, and I don't have to try to fit in with the rest of the guys, you know?
Yeah, no, it's thankfully in Carolina, it's been great. I mean, I came into the league at 21. We had Cam Ward here, Eric Stahl here, Jordan Stahl here, all who proclaimed to be Christians as well. And so I came into a good situation where they were respectful of me. I mean, I still don't drink at all. I don't like the taste of alcohol at all. And so my rookie dinner, I was 21, so I could have drank, but they didn't make me drink because they knew I didn't. So I drank so much milk that night. It was a ridiculous amount of milk and shots of half and half. It was I mean, that's another story. But so even just from this, like from the very get go, like I had guys that respected me for what I stood for, what I believed in. And now it's just the guys know that I might be quote unquote the weird Christian in the locker room, but they don't poke fun at it anymore necessarily. I have a lot of good conversations with guys. They know that if they're going through a hard time, that they can come talk to me about stuff. A guy on the team last year became a Christian from conversations that we had, which is really cool. And so I have lots of good conversations with guys on the plane. There's guys on the plane like reading their Bibles and stuff. And so it's funny. It's good.
Well,
I like that, dude.
They don't chirp you when they see you get the puck out of the zone.
Yeah, baby, what's up?
And when they see you on the power play like you've been on in the past. Although, listen, Cam Ward, you got to try his wine, man. His wine's unbelievable, Jacob.
I try sips. And every time I'm like, oh, it's not like I've tried some really good wines over the years, and it's just like it's good for a sip. There's no desire necessarily. Like I haven't desired to get to the point where I'm like, oh.
He did.
Jesus did.
He did. 100%. Yeah. Right. Yeah, 100%. It's not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, some people don't like it, man.
I just never had that acquired taste, I guess. Every time, like, even with wine, like a good wine, it still kind of burns the throat as it goes down. I don't really like that.
Cam doesn't drink either.
I don't drink either. Me and you are the same person. No, we're complete.
There we go.
No, I get you on that, man. But yeah, so explain the faith thing though. Like when you say, hey, he was on my side, God was on my side, but isn't that you just being disciplined? Like, explain that. Do you talk to him? Is that praying? Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, so I think at like a foundational level, like me as a person, us as people, we are sinners. We're broken people. And so our natural desires are to go away from anything that God actually calls us to do, like anything the Bible calls us to do. And so when I say that, like, God was protecting me through certain things, my natural desires were to do a lot of the stuff that seemed tempting. And again, when I say I wasn't doing it in the right heart, I was doing it because I was trying to do it for appearances of being the good Christian boy, right? Like, oh, don't do that because there's a certain line you can't cross, and then you can still be labeled as a good Christian. And now looking back at it, I realized that even though my heart wasn't right, God was protecting me through that time. And so when had I done a lot of those things, it would have been a different, I think, outcome with where I'm at now, especially with my wife. Like, I don't know, had I been in those relationships, I would have ever met my wife, because I would have probably been looking for a lot of different things. And so I think there's things that we do as people that could be labeled as good things by the world, but when our heart's not in the right spot, it's not actually good, because we're doing it for selfish reasons, selfish desires, those kind of things.
Have you ever on the ice, like you're in the corner battling, and Andy comes around and whacks you in the back of the leg, and you turn around and you go, fuck you.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh boy, has that happened? Or are you just like, it's out of your vocabulary?
It's not in my vocabulary. I got guys. That's one that guys not make fun of me for, but laugh at me for. I'll come back to the bench after a bad shift and gosh darn it, and give one of those or shoot. But so,
I love it, dude.
Shoot.
Yeah.
You've never slipped.
I slipped one time.
Where was that?
Slipped one time.
Was that in the NHL?
I was 14 years old. We were in Vegas for a youth hockey tournament. And Littleton Hawks, we were warming up for the championship game outside. You do like the team dynamic warm-ups when you're that age, right? And guys just weren't focusing. And so under my breath, no one heard me. I said, "Get focused."
Ooh.
And I knew I said it, but no one else did. but it definitely was
Hey,
like,
Did lightning strike down and get you?
listen, Jacob, I hate
No,
to
it
tell you,
didn't.
man, that doesn't count.
Mm-mm.
If nobody heard you, that does not count. So we need to. I
was
asked.
out loud.
He talked to God about that.
Hey,
It
listen.
was out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was out loud. Listen, I'll give you credit for that.
You're okay.
Although, man, there's something to be said for that
I know.
type of discipline.
Yep.
I've heard other players say that and coaches say that, and then like teammates tell me, man, he says that, but I've heard him cuss and do this. But I talked to some of your teammates and be like, no,
Yep.
I've never ever heard him curse. He won't curse. So it's not even like part. And what about when you hear teammates go on these tirades? Does that annoy you, or you're just kind of used to it?
I just, well, it's one of those things where you kind of just put your head down and like chuckle it off because some of the stuff is so ridiculous, right? Like you guys been in the hockey locker room, so you know what the conversations are like sometimes, and it's just ones where you just laugh sometimes and sit back and let them be the ones that partake in those conversations.
So do you ever like say you're on the bus or everybody's happy, guys are drinking, stuff like that, and this couple guys are just crazy, talking crazy. You ever be like, hey, you know what? Calm down. And like kind of give him a little lecture, like, hey, he's listening to you. Like, do you ever do that?
Yeah. No, that's one of the things that, like, I mean, I'm a sinner. Everyone's a sinner. So I'm not, there's no room for me to judge anybody.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not going to ever sit over somebody's shoulder and be like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing that. Now, if they ask me a question, I will gladly tell them what the Bible says and what the Word of God says and what God's truth says. But it'll never be coming from me a judgment of my interpretation of what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's cool, man.
I like that,
and that's
man.
why people respect you so much.
Yeah.
Last thing, man, we're going to move on. I want to talk about your hockey playing
Yeah.
too. But do you keep it to yourself? Are you somebody who says, hey, come sit next to me, and you'll try to share your beliefs or your opinions? I'm not trying to say try to convince somebody that they should believe the same way that you do or to the level that you do, but is that something you openly share, or do you only do that if somebody asks for it?
No, I mean, I'll share. We had a team party at the beginning of the year a couple years ago, and I ended up sitting down with some of the Finns on the team, and we had probably a 20-minute conversation about like the church and how they grew up, how I grew up, like what the Bible says. So like the conversations happen all the time. I'm never gonna force it down someone's throat, but I'm also not gonna be trying to shy away from those conversations. I've learned over the years that, and I share this a lot with like Christian groups and like they're like Fellowship of Christian Athletes, other athletes who are Christians who have groups that meet at schools or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go speak at these things, and I'll tell them like at some point, like you have to talk about the Bible. You have to talk about what Jesus did on the cross for us and how he saved us and everything. Like you can live your life on how the Bible tells us to live, but that's only going to go so far. I could live one way and people might ask me about it, but they also might not. So at some point the conversation has to be had. And so I think there's healthy ways to go about that. And I'm not standing in the middle of the room with the Bible, just like preaching, but at the same time, I'm not, if I see an opportunity to bring light into a conversation, I'm going to do it.
I'm sure you have some interesting conversations, man. I mean, you play with people from all over the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got
I've
Russians
really
who are religious. You got a lot of different people, man.
3-day benders that go
You guys
on.
can have some interesting talks. I mean, I'm sure you've experienced that.
Yeah, absolutely. We've had a lot. I mean, especially, and then the language barrier comes into play, right?
Yeah.
Like speaking with the Russian, was it last season? And I'm trying to figure out what he believes in, and he's asking me about like what I believe in, and there's just that language barrier as well. So it's hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard with that stuff, but there's also been some really cool conversations that have happened.
Hey, when do you think people started to really figure out who you were as a player, man? I mean, you came in 4th round pick, and you didn't spend much time in the minors at all, and you pretty much have been an impact player since you arrived in the National Hockey League, man. Like, what do you credit that to? And you're kind of like a hidden gem down there in Raleigh, North Carolina. But when did you feel like, man, people are starting to take notice and give me my props for how good I am?
I mean, at first, who do I give credit to? I mean, I know we just talked about all the faith, right? Like, yeah. God is the one who's given me the ability to play the game and give me the opportunity. And I think he's placed me here in Raleigh for a reason. And I've seen a lot of that purpose already played out in my life in the 8 years I've been here and now going into my 9th season. But I think when did I start to feel like I I think second year when Pesh and I played together, that was a fun year. Our team wasn't the best, but me and him, it was the first year him and I played together. Actually, only year him and I have played together. But I think we were both at the end of the season. We were both like plus 30 on a losing team and like a bad goal differential team. And me and him were just like stood out that year as really solid D pair. And so we always talk about playing together again one day, but it still hasn't happened. Yeah, I would say that's when I think about it, probably that second year, I would say there was probably some, I guess, respect given.
What do you tell us about Brent Burns a little bit? You know, we've trying to get him on the pod, but I know he's got that place in Texas. He's an animal lover. Like, how is he? He seems like an awesome guy. He looks like a Viking, by the way. He was on Vikings, but
he was on Vikings.
Yeah.
He's honestly one of the most interesting teammates I've ever come across. And if you don't know him and you look at him from the outside, you're like, this dude might be weird. This guy is intimidating. He's got no teeth. He's got a huge beard. But man, he's one of the nicest teammates I've ever had. He's one of the hardest working teammates I've ever had. He cares about the guys on the team. He cares about his game. He's always trying to learn still at 20 years in the league. Like he's still trying to learn how to get better, how to just better himself as a person, as a player. And so he's really one of a kind. And then, yeah, his ranch is unbelievable the way he talks about it, all his animals. Like that guy gets giddy talking about the different kind of animals that he has coming into the ranch and zebras and all this stuff. And so he's crazy. And I'm sure you guys have seen the pictures of the bags that he carries on the plane and everything like that. He has a huge old 75-pound backpack. Then he has a huge Toomey suitcase that's loaded with stuff. And then a second, like oversized duffel bag that's just loaded. Every road trip. Doesn't matter if it's a 1-game trip or a 12-game trip.
What's in there?
Animals?
No, you think so? Probably a couple knives. He's got like a coffee maker, humidifier, his pillows, his other pillows, his clothes. He's got so much stuff in there.
Knives? What's he doing with the knives?
He's always got his fanny pack on that he always has one little knife in there. Like he's, like I said, he's an interesting man, but he has such a good personality and he's really a good guy.
So he goes to Canada across the border with the knives?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Interesting.
Hey,
sometimes
when you're flying,
maybe not the Canadian trips, but at least he always has at least one little in his fanny pack.
Yeah. If you were stuck out in the woods though, like he's gonna survive and he's gonna save you.
Oh yeah, we talk about that all the time. You guys see the show Alone?
Oh yeah.
He's like, man, I can't do it. He's like, I love the outdoors. He's like, I don't think I would last because those people know how to like do everything. Yeah. He's like, I know some stuff, but he's like, I don't know everything. And so he's humble in that way of like knowing that he still has a lot to learn in outdoorsy stuff, but he loves it. Like he loves learning.
Hey, what was your reaction when you won the Lady Byng trophy? Like I'm curious. Like you win the Lady Byng, you don't take a lot of penalties. You know, I mean, I think you had I think you got 2, like 1 minor penalty this year, maybe 8 total minutes in penalties last year. And it was
a bad call this year too.
Was it? And listen, we've seen it here in St. Louis because like Ryan O'Reilly was kind of like that, you know, playing a different position, but like he wasn't hardly getting any penalties in a full. He never missed a game either. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So how do you stay out of the box? You think it's part reputation, where maybe they give you the benefit of the doubt sometimes because of who you are, or you just kind of shy away from any type of infraction? Like, how are you doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I've always hated taking penalties. I remember as like a 10-year-old kid taking a penalty and just crying in the box by myself because I hated it so much. So I've never really been much of a penalty taker. But then I think my style of play, I'm not a physical guy. Like I don't really hit people. A lot of it's positioning, a lot of it's stick work. And a lot of it's just being able to put myself in the right position to not take a penalty, right? And so I'm trying not to do much of reaching or pulling or tugging on any guys. A lot of it's just positioning and being in the right spot to have a good poke check. Or like I said, I'm not physical. I don't really hit people. That's not my style of defense. And so, I don't know how it is. Some of it's reputation. I've had multiple refs apologize for the call and say, hey, sorry, that was a bad call. It's on me. I'm like, yeah, it's okay. But they scored on the power play, so I'm a little upset right now. But
A little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, and so I was just trying to stay out of the box. We take a lot of penalties on our team, so as long as I can help not take as many penalties, that's good.
You're bringing it down. What was your reaction when you got hit by Sam Bennett, man? Last year, Game 4 of the playoffs. Like you tried to get up. Like what were you feeling at the time? Do you remember what you were thinking and what you were feeling as you were laying on the ice and trying to get up, man? Because that was a big time collision.
Oh, it was a huge hit. First it was a clean hit. And then secondly, he had reached out after the game, asked me if I was okay. So that was a nice gesture by him. No, I remember puck behind the net and I shoulder checked. I looked over there and all I saw was Martinook on the half wall. And then I went back and watched the video. I was like, man, where did this guy come from? And if you watch it, like as I shoulder checked, Bennett's like perfectly hidden right behind Martinook. And then as I look down, he like slides right underneath of him, and then next thing I know, I'm blacked out, flying through the air. What was going through my mind as I was trying to get up, though, was my dad always telling me as a kid, Jake, if I have to come out on the ice and get you, you're not going back in the game. And so I'm like, I got to get up, I got to play, everything. And then Freddie's sitting there telling me, Slavo, stay down, stay down. Don't get up. Dougie's coming. They blew the whistle and whatever. And so, I tried to get up, had no balance, still just completely out of it. And then, symptom-wise, though, just a small concussion. Had a little bit of a headache for a couple of days, but it really wasn't bad. So I'm thankful for that.
Were your mom and dad strict growing up?
In what regard?
I don't know.
Like just overall?
Overall, like on you all the time, like grades perfect, like stuff like that.
I think they had high expectations. They showed a lot of grace, but they also, if you didn't get good grades, then are you going to play hockey kind of thing? And so there's some level of expectation there that we needed to do well and try hard. And, but I wouldn't say they were overly strict. They were good parents. I mean, we had 5 kids, so there's always ruckus going on. And many a times my mom got the mini hockey stick or whatever she could grab that was closest to her to whoop us in the butt a little bit. But yeah, we're all good.
5 kids, man. And they all you guys all played hockey, or just 4 of you? I say just 4 of you. How many played hockey?
My older brother quit when he was a senior in high school to play football and baseball. But he's a cop now. My sister played at University of North Dakota for 4 years. She graduated high school after her junior year, so she went in as like a true freshman for college at North Dakota. Had 3 ACL tears as she was playing there, so kind of got the injury bug. And then my younger brother Josiah is with the Toronto Marlies, and then my youngest brother Jeremiah was supposed to be at CC this year, but he actually quit hockey last fall.
Police officer, right? Okay, go ahead.
Why'd he quit?
He was dealing with some stuff off the ice. Okay. He realized that he just didn't love hockey as much. He loves skating. He loves working out, all that stuff, but he just wasn't really having any joy from the game necessarily. And so he's in a much better spot now. He's actually he's strong in his faith as well. And so he's only 19 now, but he's running the chapels for a AAA program in Colorado. And so he's still involved in the hockey world, but doing it more so from a faith side and trying to pour into young athletes.
Where's your brother a police officer at?
Boulder County Sheriff's Department now.
Okay.
And so he just switched there a couple months ago. He's enjoying it. He's on year 6, I think, being a police officer, but he was a cop for a while in the town we grew up in.
Not too much crime. Not too much crime right there. So you're not too worried about him?
Yeah, Boulder County is huge, and so he not too worried about him. Okay. But he has fun. He's a big boy though. He's a big boy, so I don't think anyone's trying to mess with him.
He's not winning the Lady Byng.
No, he wouldn't have won the Lady Byng. He definitely was way more physical than I was, and was physical enough for the both of us.
Where's that trophy at? Is it behind you somewhere?
Where do you have
the Lady Byng? Mm-hmm. I kind of want to see it. Yeah, it's all good.
It's all good.
No, they don't give you the big one. They just give you a little replica of it.
Oh yeah.
Hey, be honest with me though. When you go into a season, do you say, "Hey, I'm winning the Lady Byng this year"? Like, do you ever think about that? Is that a trophy you think about winning at the beginning of the season?
I think there's always a chance. I mean, the Lady Byng for me. I mean, again, going back to the faith, like I feel like that's a cool one to win for myself. Like the Norris would be cool, but like when you talk about like the integrity of the game, and being able to win it based on your character. For myself, that's huge, just because like I want to play the game, one, for the glory of God, but two, playing with good integrity, good character, and being able to play the game, I guess, for like what it's described as is a gentleman award, right?
Yeah.
And so just playing an honest game. And so that for me, that one is cool.
Hey, I want to get into some of the charity stuff you're doing, but I want to ask you a couple questions about Carolina. Listen, the Hurricanes, they've got this reputation. Maybe the owner's a little cheap and some of that, right? I mean,
we had him
but everyone I talk to who plays out there, and we have had Tom Dundon on, man. I mean, and he was great when he came on. So,
yeah,
you know, but everyone we talk to who plays there or have played there, they all love it, you know. But you know, there's a little reputation that's out there. You had to lose some of your broadcasters, all of that, man. Guys had to leave, just the way some of the guys are getting paid and not getting paid. Some of the offers that have been thrown out there. So how do you shake that in an effort to try to build the best team and just focus on what you have, but also continue to try to take that organization to the next level, man? Because you guys have been, you know, knocking at the door.
Yeah, no, we've definitely been knocking at the door. I think what it starts with is we talked about it very first, Roddy, right? Like the culture and the way that he goes about things. I mean, from the start when he took over, it's completely changed the direction of the organization and the way it was going into where it is now. And so, I mean, he's been tremendous in that effort. As regards to like the payroll and all that stuff, I mean, we spend it a cap now. It's not like Tom doesn't spend money. Like we're right at the cap. And so that's always an interesting conversation, and the way he goes about things. And he's done a great job. He loves to take care of us. And we got a brand new practice rink. I don't know if you ever practiced at RCI when you came through town, but it was not great. And so we got a new practice rink, which is beautiful. But I think the character of guys that we have in the locker room is something that Tom and Roddy really pride themselves on, and making sure that we have a good locker room. And so that's one of the biggest things for us is making sure that is solid and strong.
Yeah. You know, your first coach in the NHL was Bill Peters. He kind of took a little bit of a reputation hit in Calgary, a big reputation hit. Did you get along with him? Do you feel like he was good for you early in your career? Like, what was your relationship like with him?
Yeah, my personal relationship with him was fine. He liked me. We got along well. And honestly, he was a really, really good X's and O's coach. And so coming into the league as a young defenseman, like I knew exactly where I had to be at any given point on the ice. And so it was nice in that regard, because I got to come into structure. There's some teams out there a little more free flowing, a little more imagination, if you will, throughout the game. And so for myself, I love being in Carolina and being able to just have a set structure to follow and to do. So for me early in my career, it was great. But yeah, definitely a different personality type than Roddy is.
Is Roddy just 100% energy all the time? And sometimes does he walk into the locker room and he's jacked out of his mind? You just look at him like, man, like I kind of want to look like you.
Yeah, right. He still does our fitness testing. He still passes our fitness testing and everything. Like we have a bike test every training camp, and guy still passes it. And so he's what, 50, 51, 52 now. And so it's getting a little harder for him, but he still grinds. No, he's definitely high energy, definitely high intensity. Just really, really passionate about the game of hockey and us succeeding and wanting the best for us as players.
Who's the most underrated player on the team? Like how good is that Svechnikov? And who's overshadowed and overlooked because of you being in a quiet market right now?
Yeah, you look at some of those guys that are our top end guys, Aho, Netchis, Svechy. They're all unbelievable players. I think guys that go underlooked a little bit, like Jarvis, is a good little skill player, works his bag off. But then on the defensive side, I've always loved Pesh's game. I don't think he gets enough credit. I think he's unbelievable. And so he's really good. I think Brady Shea has had a phenomenal past couple of years, and it's continuing to play really well this year. And so there's some guys like that who, like, maybe if they were in a bigger market would get a little bit more attention with the seasons they've had recently. But like you said, because we're in a nice little small market, they might not get that media attention. But yeah, so I would say Jarvis and Pesh if you had to give me an answer.
Well, if you want to get paid, you play with Jaccob Slavin.
Yeah, no doubt. You're gonna be plus $1 million.
Whoever's his partner ends up making a lot of money.
Hey, but Svechnikov, when he fought Ovi,
Oh yeah.
and Ovi,
Yeah.
oh God, and Ovi caught him, and Ovi doesn't do that, man. He's not dirty, like he'll do his thing. But like, what'd you guys say to him afterwards? Like, were you like, dude, like you don't need to trade down the pipe with a guy like that?
Right. No, exactly. No, such as he's an intense kid, really, really good kid, but also at the same time, he's competitive, and he's the type of mindset. He's like, man, I don't want to back down from anybody. Like, I'm going to play my game. I play a hard style game. I'm skilled, but I also am really strong. He wins our fitness award almost every year.
Really?
Yeah, he's an absolute beast. And so he's like, I'm not going to back down from anybody. But he, after that one, and he's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't fight him again.
Probably.
He just went down the pipe. He could have defended himself. He went down the pipe, trying to trade.
I think that was his first fight he's ever had. He didn't really know what he was doing. So he's just like, I'm just going to stand here and throw punches like this. Yeah. And I mean, I can't be giving fighting advice, but he didn't know what he was doing.
You know what, man? Right. And I mean this, like there aren't many guys like you, like who play the way you do in the NHL. Like people don't even know unless you really watch the Carolina Hurricanes. Like there aren't many guys who play your style and like how you play, and then play at like the highest level at the same time, like a true number one defenseman. Like who did you pattern your game after? Like who are the guys that you watch, man? And you said, hey, I kind of want to be like that guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think the first and obvious one would be Lidstrom.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't the most physical guy, but always like got his stick on everything. Unbelievable skater. I mean, he won how many Norrises? He won a lot of it. So like offensively, he had a much better capability than I do offensively. But I mean, just his positioning on the ice, and so he was definitely one that I really liked to try to model the game after, and just how amazing he was. But then growing up, I remember when I was in Chicago for juniors, I'd go to some Blackhawks games, and Jarmelson was there. And I was just like watching the game. I was just like, man, this guy's like, he's getting the stick on absolutely everything. He's making backhand passes through the neutral zone like it's nothing. Like just underrated things that you don't really see during the game or come on the stat sheet. I'm just like, there's another guy that like play not the most physical, but just plays a solid game. And so I appreciate defensemen who just play simple, but also get the job done and have really good sticks.
You're gonna be fun to watch on Team USA, though, man.
Oh yeah, baby.
Hey, but
we're in that proud.
Oh yeah. But you and your wife, man. Listen, I can just tell it right off the bat. You're a genuine person, man. Yep. You are who you are, and you guys are doing some great stuff, man. But you've gotten involved with a charity effort trying to raise money and bring awareness to like sex trafficking that is going on. Yep. In other countries. Like, how did you get involved with this? How did this become a passion of yours and your wife's where you said, hey, this is something we want to focus on and get involved with?
Yeah, so my wife has always been passionate about it. She's always wanted to serve in some capacity or be involved in some capacity with women who have been trafficked, and she wanted to love on them and encourage them. And like there's sometimes like halfway houses for girls who used to be in prostitution who are coming out and are like trying to transition into normal life. There's like sometimes there's houses like that help with that. And so she's trying to find something to get involved in. We were trying to find an organization that does fight against human trafficking. And we had given some money to IJM actually over this past summer, not knowing the depth of what they do and not knowing them personally. We were just like, oh, this is a good Christian organization. It's well known. Like, let's like start getting involved with them. And then we had gone to a Christian NHL conference in Colorado Springs during the summertime. And IJM was actually one of the organizations there doing a luncheon. It was them and Compassion International. And so IJM does this luncheon, and Kylie and I are both sitting there like, oh, okay, like how do we get involved? And after the luncheon, we talked to the people that work with IJM, International Justice Mission, and we started chatting about, hey, like, what does it look like to get involved with you guys? One of the biggest things they talked about at the conference was being able to use the platform God's given us while we're still in the game. Because once you're out of the game, your platform definitely decreases a lot. And so our platform here in Raleigh, we've been here for a long time. We knew that we could get the Raleigh community behind something if it was a good cause. And so we came up with the idea of this campaign, this Fight for Freedom campaign, where we also knew that we wanted to give a large gift. And for a long time, we wanted to do it anonymously. But then after hearing, like, being able to use the platform, getting other people involved in it, We've learned over the years that generosity encourages other people to be generous. And so, yeah, we came up with this idea of the matching donation and partnered with IGM. And what they pushed at the conference was the online sexual exploitation of children in the Philippines. Like, it's just a very prominent need that they're fighting against as an organization right now. And so we're like, all right, well, like, let's just direct the efforts there if that's what's really needed right there.
So can you explain to people that maybe not know about sex trafficking, like explain how this goes down? I mean, you know, you got kids from coming up from the border to this, to Southeast Asia, to United States. Like, explain to people what sex trafficking is and, you know, how the genesis kind of came about.
Yeah, there's so many different areas that IGM fights against. There's the online sexual exploitation of children. There's the human labor trafficking. There's the sex trafficking. A lot of times, specifically in the Philippines, what's going on is children are being like not handed out, but labored out from their parents to do it online. And a lot of the consumers of these online exploitations of children are actually here in the States. And so people in the States are paying money to the Philippines to get the children to do stuff online for them. And you see these videos that IGM has put together of like true stories. And it's heart-wrenching to see these kids and what they go through. And so IGM, what their work is they partner with local governments to help strengthen the justice system in those countries, because you and I or any law enforcement officer over here in the States couldn't go over to the Philippines and just start arresting people. And so they have to strengthen the justice system over there to allow them to prosecute these criminals and to help deter them away from wanting to do it, because the justice system is so strong. And so I think just last summer, IGM had gone into, I think it was Costa Rica or maybe Dominican Republic about 7 years ago. And now IGM is completely out of that country because they've strengthened the justice system so well that now sex trafficking and human trafficking is no longer a huge issue there. And so that's what the work of IGM does.
Mm. Well, so where are you guys at right now? I know you want to raise $500,000, which you guys have publicly said you'll match, right? You and your wife will match that $500,000. So are you still looking for donations? Like, how can people get involved if they're listening right now or watching right now and they want to contribute?
Yeah. So what's really cool is this campaign, the way we set it up was to be a year, like season-long campaign. And so, yes, the goal would be to raise $1 million. We put up $500,000. We get $500,000 worth of donations. If we can raise more than that, we want to raise as much money as we can for IGM and to partner with them. One of the other things we really want to raise is awareness. So if we can get more people involved in the work of IGM and what they do and bring it to awareness, this issue that's going on in our world right now, because a lot of people, they hear about it and then they're like, "Ooh, I don't want to let my thoughts get that deep to really think about what's going on," and they don't want to, so they just don't get involved. And so if we can get people to actually think about it and to realize what's going on, how can you not get involved at that point? And so what's really cool, we're about to launch it, is for the rest of the regular season and pretty much all regular season long, for every point I get, assist, goal, people can pledge to donate 74 cents, $7.40 or $74, and they can kind of partner that way to help raise donations throughout the year as well. And then we're also going to have, we already had one fundraising event at my house earlier in the year, smaller, about 40 people. We're going to have another one at a really good barbecue restaurant here in Raleigh, and I think in January. And then at the end of the regular season, we're going to try to have one large event that's open to the public. We're trying to make it to where it's a concert, and all proceeds are going to obviously go towards the campaign, and people can come and get involved that way too.
Hey, is it weird that you know, like you hear all these charities? Andy and I were just talking about this before the show, and I don't hear too many athletes raise money or have any charity for sex trafficking at all. Like you might be the only one that I know of. Yeah. It's kind of a unique thing.
I don't see many celebrities.
No, man. So I'm like, once I heard that, I'm like, oh my God, that's great.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an issue. I mean, that's very prominent right now in our world. I think in the Philippines alone last year, 500,000 kids were online sexually exploited. And so it's the stat in 2022 is 1 in every 100 kids. And so I think, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, this is something that God really put on Kylie and I's heart to want to do. Kylie's my wife. To want to do, to use our platform to be generous with the things that he's given us, because he was so generous with us and giving us Jesus for our sins, right? Like he showed that first act of generosity. And so this is, we understand that our platform, our resources, our money are not truly ours, but they're meant to be a blessing to other people, and to glorify God with them. And so whether it's IJM this year and another organization next year, like this is kind of just the start of it for Kylie and I, to want to use our platform and to want to get people involved in the community or around the hockey community, whatever it is, on raising money for good causes and to help people out.
Hey, Rod, Brenda Moore, if you're watching, put this guy on the power play. Keep him on the power play so we can raise some money. We gotta raise the money.
The whole game.
Let him play the whole game. Don't even come off the ice. You probably could. Hey, adoption. Yeah. Like, how did adoption become something that you guys ended up doing? You got a beautiful daughter that you've adopted. You've got a biological son, man. I mean, you guys do it all over there in Raleigh, man. I mean, you walk the walk. I'll give you credit for that. Do. There's no doubt about it. So how'd that come about to get to the point where you adopted your daughter? Yeah.
Again, I think we're seeing a trend here. My wife, it was on my wife's heart for a really long time before. Back when we were dating, she knew that she wanted to eventually adopt one day. And it was a conversation that we had when we were dating. She's like, Jake, if you're not going to be willing to adopt, like, I don't think I can marry you, kind of thing. I was like, okay, we can adopt, like, whatever. Like, I was just trying to save face at the time to keep the girl. And then about, 3-4 years into our marriage, we had gone to a fundraiser dinner. And one of the stories that they had shared was about a boy who was adopted when he was 6. And on the way home, Kylie's like, Jacob, I want to adopt a 6-year-old boy right now. I was like, whoa, pump the brakes. Like, I thought we were having a biological kid first. Like, I'm not against adoption, but like, I thought we were going biological first. And then, so for the next year, really, like, we were having conversations, and God was really opening my heart to be okay with adopting first and just being able to trust him. Like, no, this is what I have for you. And so after the year, I finally got to the spot where I was like, all right, God, like, if this is what you have for us, then let's go. I'm in. And so I told Kylie, I was like, all right, like, we can do the adoption route first. And I think the next day we were already signed up for our first, like, introductory meeting with one of the adoption services that are out here in North Carolina. And then about a year to the date from that meeting, Emerson was in our house, or Emerson was born. And so it was super cool. I mean, adoption's a beautiful picture of the gospel, right? Of what God has done for us by adopting us as his sons. And so sons and daughters, and loving us when we don't necessarily deserve it. And so it's a blessing to us. It's amazing. And so it's something that's really cool and special to us. And we're super thankful.
Charlie and Emerson, you say?
Yeah, Charlie and Emerson.
Yeah, cute names, man. Hey, let me ask you though, and we appreciate you coming on, man. Last couple for you. Has there been a time where you were down and out and you question your faith and you're like, whoa, like any time where you're so down, you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, no, I think for myself, I haven't gotten to that point. Okay. I'm not saying that I know it definitely can. Like I said earlier, they're like, as people, our nature is to walk away from God. And so it's his love and his grace that keep pulling me back in. And so he's been so faithful through every part of my life that if I did get to a spot where I hit rock bottom, I honestly can say I think he'd be the only thing that I could turn to, where I could find hope, where I could find true joy, where I could find true fulfillment. Because I know, I by worldly standards, I've made it, right? I'm in the NHL. I make a lot of money to play the game of hockey. I have a beautiful house. I have a beautiful family. So I can sit here and say that I've made it. But at the same time, I can also sit here and say that none of that stuff satisfies like God does, and like having a relationship with Jesus does, because that's the only thing that's eternal. Like these things, hockey, family, like they're all going to turn to dust one day. But having a relationship with Jesus is eternal. And so there's true joy and true hope in that. And so if I ever did hit rock bottom, I think there'd still be joy, because that's the only thing that I can hold on to.
People need to hear that, man. That's why I asked. People need to hear that.
Hey, what'd your parents do when you were growing up? What was their profession?
My mom, just a homemaker. We lived on a 25-acre farm for my first 10 years of my life. Lots of animals, lots of miniature horses. My dad has owned his own body shop since he was 20, and he's 63 now. So for 43 years, he's owned his own body shop that works on big wreck buses and semis, and he'll fix up like little Honda Civics and sell them. And Subaru Outbacks. Subaru Outbacks are really popular in Colorado. They're good in the snow, and so fix those up, sell them, and he's still running that business. And so he was a hardworking man, and my mom was just full-time mom mode, full-time Uber driver. Back when Uber wasn't in the thing, because she's got 330,000 miles on the minivan that we had growing up. And so,
your hockey van, like that's driving to all the tournaments? That's the van.
330.
Oh yeah,
wow.
Blue Honda Odyssey.
Yeah,
dude, because those Subarus, man, those will go 300,000 miles too, man. Those things last forever.
Oh yeah, but they don't fit 5 hockey bags like the minivan does.
No, they don't.
And they can only go in so much snow. You know what I mean? If you get rocked with snow, it's not like a big truck.
No, in Carolina, if we get the prospect of snow, the city shuts down. So a little different being here than in Colorado.
Yeah.
Hey, man, all the best to you, dude. And
real quick, Andy, sorry, I just want to ask about Hannah Ray Yates works with you guys, and I talked to her beforehand. She did my radio show with me back in the day, and then she got the job in Carolina. She said she goes to church with you, so I just want to give her a little shout out. She said I talked to her on the way over here. Yeah.
We'll see if she comes to the house for Thanksgiving. She did last year. Her and my wife have connected.
Okay, so, good.
I like hearing that.
she's been awesome. She gives me softball questions when it comes to stuff about the faith.
She gets the game. Yeah.
Well, all your teammates. I mean, like Paul Stastny,
everybody
man, talked you up, man, big time too. So I was hoping to see him come back. I want to see you guys win.
Yeah.
For Paulie, you know what I'm saying?
I know. That would be awesome. Man, that guy, he's a pro.
He is a pro.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
It's in his blood.
But you guys are close, man. So
you are.
We pay attention, and we hope this is the year you guys are able to have another run, man. And we'll see what happens. So all the best to you and the rest of your teammates, and everything you're doing charity-wise, man. We'll be pulling for you for sure.
You're a good human being. You're a good human being.
I appreciate you
and
guys.
Happy Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving to
big
you.
Dog.
Yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys, too.
See you, Jacob. See you, buddy. Right on, bud.
Bye, guys.
See you. The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by Bellman. BEHLMANN. Bellman Automotive. Located where?
Troy,
Missouri. Buick GMC on one side of the street. Right on the other side, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Get yourself some new wheels in time for the winter. All right, that was Jaccob Slavin with 2 C's, Cam. Yoink.
God dang it.
I didn't even mean to do it that time. Now it's just like a habit.
I feel like
do you know everyone driving around, when they hear it, they say yoink too.
Oh, I know. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
You created it, right?
I think I did.
Yeah. And you're still waiting to just find something.
Oh, really?
What is your thing?
I got lots of things.
I mean, I got a billion going.
Got lots of things.
What's yours?
Can you believe that
That's what I thought.
Jaccob Slavin with 2 C's, he cussed once.
Yeah.
It wasn't like no one even heard it though. Remember he said no one heard it?
He's like,
so I said
he's
that
like this on the bench. Fuck.
No. Nobody heard that.
I love him.
So
man.
I said that doesn't count.
No, it doesn't.
But
in God's world, it does.
Yeah. Oh, God does not like you, dude.
Oh, I know.
The way you curse.
Dude, I'm going to hell.
Actually, he does like you. He loves everybody, honestly.
Well, I think I'm going to go to hell for a little bit. I think that my people are in hell, and I'm going to have to deal with them and
You're
see
not going to hell.
I think I am for a little bit. And then they're going to be like,
And then they let you out?
I guess. Or is it purgatory? That'll go for like 300,000 years. Is like nothing. It's like 20 minutes.
Do you believe that you come back as a different person? Like that you were once somebody else?
I hope so. I hope reincarnation is what it's called. I hope so. I hope there's a heaven.
I saw this guy.
Now, do I think there's a heaven with 72 virgins after you blow up a fucking building? No. 72 virgins. The funny thing is, I think they're all dudes.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
What's the 72 virgins?
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's all good. They're all
Maddie's
dudes. Maddie,
laughing.
Maddie knows what's up. They're like 72 virgins. I'm going to blow this building up. Nope, they're all dudes.
Oh, gosh. Really? That's what Ryan O'Reilly says. He says, gosh.
He's a good person.
Oh, my gosh. I want you to start saying
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I've heard of it. Yeah, gosh.
A little war going on. What's up?
Gosh.
What's up?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, say gosh.
That's the easier way to say it. Like Ty's always like, what the frick?
I'll slip up on that mug.
Is it okay that he says that?
You think I give a fuck?
Cam's in the car. Cam, I got Ty in the car.
Well, don't call me.
And he's like just dropping F-bombs.
I didn't
left and
yesterday.
right. You had a couple.
Well, what do you want me to do?
Ty tells me to tell you that.
All right, well, how about you mute me? How about you talk
when
to
you're
me?
talking.
Well, how about you just like, how about me and you talk when he's not around? You know what I mean? I don't want to cuss in front of him, dude. Oh, he did punch me in my fucking penis.
I watched this guy. Listen, I kind of have this thing where I watch a lot of like people get sentenced in the courtroom.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes people flip out and they come after him. Like family members will try to attack the murderer where they should just let him go.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like how the bailiff and the police, they attack the family members. Handcuff them and all this stuff. The judge is like not happy. Mm-hmm. Do you think they should let them go and attack the murderer who just killed their mother?
No. That's not how our justice system works. Now, our justice system isn't perfect, but it's probably the best in the world and best that's ever been created.
Okay.
So you have to trust the system. Is it perfect? Again, no. There's guys that went to jail for 30 fucking years that just got out. Happens not a lot, but it does happen. But no, you can't have chaos.
All right, well, the reason why I asked the question a few minutes ago about reincarnation, is that, would that be reincarnation when you come back as somebody else?
Yeah, or a dog or a shark. Or
my God.
You know, you're reincarnated
I saw
to
somebody pull a shark.
Maybe you could be reincarnated to a hockey player.
Somebody pull a shark. Maybe I already was.
You know, maybe I could be a
was.
Valley's reporter.
So anyway, listen. So this guy was being sentenced, and he represented himself. You know,
that's when you know you don't give a fuck.
That's when you know.
You're
that's
done.
when you know you have no chance.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
He represented himself.
Or you're Dave Portnoy. But go ahead.
Did he represent himself?
Yeah, against a couple of suits, and he kicked ass and took names.
No way. He won?
Be Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport was trying to sue him for that the clown nose thing with the fucking zit on, or the herpy, which looked just like him. And you could see the thing. And Portnoy's like, no, I'll fucking represent myself. And he fucking owned him.
Do you know that Corey Perry's people are probably like looking at legal ramifications against the person who originated that post?
Maybe. It's god awful.
And I hope that person has a lot of money, because Bedard could get richer and Corey Perry could get richer. Corey Perry's made $100 million.
I don't know how that works.
$100 million for Corey Perry.
Good. This all slide away.
So let me tell you this. So this guy, representing himself, he's in the courtroom. He asked the judge if he gets to make a statement. And the judge, very, very nice judge. I like the way he controlled the courtroom, you know. He allows him to speak. And the guy, I always forget if he's the defendant or the plaintiff.
Go ahead,
Okay,
Andy. You're drawing out.
So the guy who was being charged with murder gives a statement, and he said to the judge, please sentence me to death. Sentence me to death row. So I don't have to sit in a jail cell, blah, 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 and I can die and I can come back in my next life.
Oh, really?
And be something else and be a different person and come back in my next life.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, kill me so I can come back in my next life.
Yeah.
I want to come back to Earth
we don't want you
in my
coming back.
next life.
We don't want you coming
And the
back.
judge still gave him death row. And he said to the guy when he was sentencing him, I don't know if you're trying to do some type of like, you know, mind games with me. Trying to like, you know, whatever, because you know I'm going to give you death row. You're like, say, just give me death row, but whatever. He put him to death row. Sometimes these judges will be like, I hope you rot in hell where you belong. No, I've seen it. They get very...
They're pretty professional when it comes to that.
I saw this judge the other day, this woman, and she got sentenced to death, and he was like, I hope you die. And like
That's
rot,
really happens.
Rot in jail.
What'd she do? Kill her kids?
Something like that.
Yeah. So what's the point of the story?
reincarnation. Like,
yeah, it's probably not.
He wants to come back. He wants to leave this earth and come back as somebody else.
I don't want to be depressing. And I do believe in a hierarchy, and I do believe somebody's watching me in my own little world, that they tap me on the shoulder, like, don't do that, Cam. And I feel like karma kicked my ass like you can't believe when I did stupid things. I believe in all that. But in reality, and I want there to be a heaven, and I want to go up and see my mama, and I want to see my animals and fucking all that, and have a big party up there and have fun and see fucking people, my grandfather I never met. Like, I want that to happen. But unfortunately, death is probably the same as before when you were alive.
What do you mean?
Think about it.
Oh, same before you were alive. I got you. Like nothing?
Like nothing. So either way, it's fine. It's fine.
You think you remember anything?
No. But although people talk about your soul and how much energy you have as a person and how that can't just disappear and dissipate. So they bring in all kinds of different technical terms, and I don't want to be depressing, but either way, you should still be a good human.
Yeah, I don't know. Some people talk about stories, Cam, of being in a hospital on a surgical bed,
and they go and they see the light.
Die, and then they come back
and they see the light. And
they see the light.
They see their grandfather. They see their mother.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that one.
Yes,
they saw their grandfather.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, so listen, we only have a few more minutes here.
Yeah.
It's like we're on like a prepaid credit card or something.
We've been going for 2 hours.
I know,
so what do you want to do?
You ever,
Jesus Christ. I know, Andy, you have stories, but they're not
I only have 6 minutes left in my prepaid credit card.
Yeah, well, we only do.
No, I know, but we have to get rolling here. But Jaccob Slavin, man, I don't want to
I just hope we were okay.
I want to give this guy his proper respect. I talked to Paul Stastny and some other people.
Yeah.
They love this guy, man.
Yeah.
Like, this guy is awesome.
God, yeah.
And I mean this. When I said to him during the interview, like, there's nobody really like you. If you really watch this guy play, and chances are a lot of people listening don't watch the Carolina Hurricanes a whole lot, do yourself a favor. Just watch him. He's unlike anybody in the league, dude. Like, there's guys that are also unlike anybody else, like an Erik Karlsson or something like that, Quinn Hughes, Makar. Like, they're their own individual persons too. But the way this guy plays and uses his stick and how he defends and how he moves the puck without playing physical at all.
He's cerebral.
And as a legit number one defenseman and truly an elite defenseman in the league. Lady Byng. He gave a great answer.
Well, as a defenseman, being a Lady Byng and not tripping guys up because you're caught on a 2-on-1 or you catch yourself in weird spots.
On the wrong side of things.
Yeah, and you have to stick your stick out and trip them up. Like, he doesn't do that. No. What does that mean?
But
that means you're smart.
He loved what the Lady Byng represents.
What does it represent?
Integrity. Sportsmanship. Gamesmanship.
Okay. No, it just means you're smart and you don't take stupid penalties.
Okay, well, whatever.
That's what it means.
Some people would say it means you're soft or something like that.
No, it just means you're smart.
Do you think anybody... Because I asked him, do you go into the league being like, I want to win the Lady Byng this year? He kind of does. Nobody else does.
I think you want to go in and not take
But he likes
penalties.
what it represents. This guy is who he is, man. I can evaluate people. I know you say you can.
You steal everything from me, dude. It's
okay, so listen.
But
I'm watching Jaccob with 2 C's, dude, and there is not one phony bone in his body.
What?
Not one phony bone in his body. Not a funny bone.
Not when he was in high school, I'll tell you that right now.
What do you mean?
Well, he didn't have sex.
Yeah, because he is who he is.
I know, and I respect the shit out of it.
That's what I mean. Not one phony bone, meaning like he is... What he represents is exactly who he is.
Yeah.
It's who his family is. I know what his parents are like before even meeting them. I know what his brothers are like before even meeting them. I know what he's like after just talking to him for an hour.
That must have been tough in high school, man. Damn. He said he did some stuff that he had to, like, repent on. I wonder what that was. Like maybe a blowjob or something?
No, he never had that. What are you talking about?
No, we talking about, like, this sexual part of things and not having sex. But you think but he's like, I did some things, but it wasn't that. And I'm thinking, like, what, like a hand job or something?
He met his girl on Twitter.
No, I know, but that's what you do when you're religious.
Okay, I don't know. I didn't pick up on that.
Listen, when you're religious, it's hard to find girls at the bar. Like, you're not finding them at the bar. So you have to go online and look at their profile and say, I'm with Christ, and then you connect that way. So it's not creepy. But my point with the other thing was, it's like, because I'm like, you didn't do anything, sexual anything. He's like, no, I didn't have sex because I wanted to be pure or whatever. Right. And I go, but he goes, I did. I wasn't perfect. Meaning he probably
They all
fooled-
say that.
but he
Kurt
probably
Warner
fooled-
says
fooled
that.
around.
They all. Anybody who lives.
You know, I'm not trying to be. I'm just saying, like, you fooled around. He probably got a blowjob or something.
Anybody who lives a life
Yeah.
that they have dedicated to.
Christ.
Okay, dude. Jeez.
What?
You don't have to like be so aggressive with
I
it.
just
I'm
don't-
just talking.
What I do.
Okay, so
I didn't even do anything.
Anybody
I'm just saying.
who lives their life like that will tell you the same thing. They're not perfect. And they have made mistakes, dude. Because nobody's perfect.
Good point there, Andy.
Well, I've heard them say that before.
I know.
Do you know I was raised in a very religious household
I know you were.
for like the first handful of years?
I know you were.
And then it like changed drastically.
Yeah.
My parents got divorced, and it was
You're
just
like,
like,
whoa.
It was
Yeah.
like we got a party going on here 24/7.
Yeah.
Like my mom's like never home. You know,
Yeah.
she was like always around, but like she had like then she had a relationship. She didn't get married again, but like she would stay at his house on the weekends and stuff like that.
That's fucking hard. That's hard.
No,
to deal
it was fine.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
I was in high school, dude.
Yeah, no, but you didn't have a daddy or
No,
a mom around.
no.
I needed my dad and mom
But
around when I was in high school.
so she didn't do that right when they got divorced when I was
Yeah.
really young. But I was very religious for, so I was around a lot of religious people, dude. I know what they're like. I went to church camps and all that type of stuff, Cam.
So did I.
I'm sure you
I
did.
did with my neighbors.
Okay.
And then my mom got
Yeah.
pissed, because I invited Jesus into my heart.
Oh, yeah, I
And
remember
it
that.
felt
They
good.
did that to me at camp.
I felt good.
Mm-hmm.
I swear, I
Right.
bragged about it. And
Right.
my mom's like, "What the fuck are you
Oh, yeah.
talking
No,
about?"
I know. You told that story. And you know what? The same thing happened to me with Mrs. God, if I can remember her
No,
last
it
name.
doesn't matter the
No,
name.
I can remember.
It just doesn't matter.
I remember
you can
her.
just make up a name.
I had won the ping pong tournament.
Oh, jeez.
No,
He wants to write a book.
I won the ping pong tournament
Let's write a
at the
book.
church camp in like the older division.
And he goes,
I played up.
Can't I just, one of these days, I'm just going to tell my story.
I played up a year.
Go ahead.
I played up a year.
Fuck, badass, dude. You should write a book.
You know what? I'm going to interview
should
you
write a
one
book.
day, and you're going to interview me.
Okay.
But I'd rather interview myself because I don't know what kind of questions you're
Oh,
going to.
fuck. That'd be,
ask.
fuck. Andy, what'd you do?
Hey, listen. Again, First Forum at firstforum.com. You got to get
Right
there
here,
today.
baby.
Firstforum.com/Cam and Strick. Use our link if you're going to buy anything. Just our link. Those energy drinks are amazing, man. The protein, the apparel, everything.
you going.
Firstforum.com/Cam and Strick. Nikki boy, say what's up to Nikki
What up,
boy.
Nikki? What's
and
up, baby?
Riggles.
Riggs, what's up? All y'all out there, man. Hope you had a good
Cody.
Thanksgiving. Cody.
Andy, Sal.
Andy, Sal. I saw Sal. Didn't want to bug him at the tree lighting.
You didn't say hi to him?
No.
Oh. It's kind of
I did that because I don't think he wants people to know where we live.
Oh, okay.
That's right. Edit that.
Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean he knows where he lives. He's just out there. He didn't even say where you were at the tree light. For the Salvation Army or something?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Mhm.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
It's the one thing.
Okay, well, it's good. So firstforum.com/Cam and Strick. Again, the Illinois Recovery Center. Anybody needing help, you reach out today. 1-800-743-0971.
888-743-0971. You gosh dang.
888.
888.
I said
That's what you
800.
screwed up?
I said 800.
888-743-0971.
Yeah, reach
Illinois
out.
Recovery Center.
My DMs are open, and I will not go public with anything you send me.
Ooh, I know. Peelsy.
Would you?
Well, if you did that to writers up in Canada, I'd be pissed at you. I'd just be pissed at you. Like, what the fuck are you doing that for?
888-743-0971. Illinois Recovery Center. Sparks and Sparks.com. Don't go see Seth. Go see yourself, dude. Just go in your basement.
Yeah.
And sharpen your own skate.
Press a button.
Like that's honestly.
Press a button.
Do I need to convince you people? Like I have a Sparks. I'm not lying. It's like the greatest thing that's ever happened. Like when it's like 6:45 a.m. practice and I forget to get a skate sharpened, I can go down and have it done in 5 minutes before we leave for the rink.
Easy peasy, baby. Simplify your life. Simplify your hockey life.
Simplify your life. And do it today. Tesson Roofing and Brett Tesson.
Storms are
TessonRoofing.com.
coming. Storms are coming.
Oh, the meteorologist.
Oh, the hockey expert. Storms are coming. You'll see.
Let's go over to Cam, who has weather. We're going to have tornadoes coming this spring.
Well,
Back to you.
Well, yeah, we are. But
Okay.
as of the next 2 weeks, we're going to be okay. But once February hits and all the funky shit
Well, I'm
comes
going to
around,
remind you that you said that.
break down the power play.
I will.
They need to go this way.
I will break it down. I honestly
I'll break
could.
down weather.
I could break down a power play better than you could break down weather if you really wanted to compare
I
the
bet
two.
you can't.
Bet you I can.
Are you a power forward? You stay in front of the net?
Well, you got to have one of those.
I know.
Like Jake Neighbors.
Jakey Boy Neighbors, a little shout out to you, baby.
Shout out to Jakey Boy. So anyway, get that Sparks and get it today. Use that promo code Cam and Strick. Bellman and Bellman.com. At Bellman, you get no what?
Swinging dicks.
But they do approve everybody, and you got the Buick GMC on one side of the street and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Cam in what city?
Troy, Missouri.
Say hi to Danny Boy.
Danny, what's up, baby? How you doing, man?
And Kenny?
Kenny, I talked to you earlier. God dang it.
What about Dale? Wish him a happy holidays.
Gosh dang, Dale, what's up, baby? Tell your brother Dale say hi too.
All right, and Maddie and Alex and
Maddie,
Brody and Jason and everybody, man, who makes this
Half
thing
Coast
go.
Studio, what's up, baby?
Half
Brody,
Coast, what's
Jason.
up? And
We love all y'all.
And Jaccob Slavin, dude.
Jacob Slavin, man, you're
Say something to him.
You're
please.
a good. Pardon my language. I love you. You're a good person. Good person.
Yeah.
Keep it that way. The guys all love you, man. They all respect
And
you.
dude,
I respect the
what
hell out of
he's
you,
doing
too.
for sex trafficking.
That, dude. When I saw that he's fucking donating money to sex trafficking, like I'm like, whoa, like okay, you're damn right.
Yeah,
That's
he
a
and
big
his wife,
fucking
dude,
deal.
are doing shit, and you're a hell
And
of a
it's
hockey
unique.
player too,
Yeah,
man.
you
You're
are.
a great defenseman.
We love you, man.
So go Canes. We're all the Caniacs listening today, man. We love y'all.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
See you, dudes.
Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, man. We're officially in the holiday season.
Yeah, we are.
We'll have our holiday extravaganza coming up. Again, message us, follow us on all social media channels.
Our YouTube.
Subscribe to our YouTube and
Yeah.
do it today, man. Cam and Strick, you can't miss it.
Baby, what's up?
Peace.